sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.
Here we go, where they get it into Doppler up the near side. 3, 2 second, 1 second. Doppler rises, right wing, 3, bingo! Oh! Anthony Doppler wins it at the buzzer! Oh! Are you kidding me? He turns, he fires, and he buries it!
Magic City Home Leisure is excited to introduce the fabulous addition of the Master Spas line, including the phenomenal Michael Phelps Swim Spas. Enjoy the relaxing health benefits and enjoy 0% financing up to 72 months or up to $5,000 off on all spas. You'll also find $2,000 off the MSRP on all pools, swim spas, and saunas. Come see for yourself the outstanding lineup of Master Spas, including the Michael Phelps Swim Spas, exclusively at Magic City Home Leisure.
Banking is some of the most important things in your life, and banking at the right bank is very important. We're really proud of our bank because we have great people, and our people are what make our bank go. We always want to treat our customers right and do the best job we can for them, and try to do things to help make our communities better.
Today, we deliver more wonderful birthdays at Trinity Health Family Birth Center. We offer all new private, family-centered suites. Our maternity team provides more personalized support, advanced care, and the reassurances of a NICU and a neonatologist on staff. Take a virtual tour at trinityhealth.org/Family Birth Center. Trinity Health, making more possible.
That sinking feeling you get when this happens? That's oil change-anxiety. The anxiety of being without a car with a billion things to do. The fear of being overcharged. The stress of not knowing where to go or who to trust. But you never get those feelings at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where you can watch us work right from your car, and we finish up in about 15 minutes.
We changed your oil and did our 18-point safety check.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust.
Look at that hole open up. Oh, Francisco's going to cut free. He's over the 30. Rush the puck. Here comes Freak. He fires. He scores. Same play. Conklin with the slam on Chandler. Well, not even a winter storm warning can shut down WDA hockey. Certainly not when it's the Magi and the Legacy Sabres matching up for the 9th time ever. It's what we do tonight at the VFW Sports Center in Bismarck. Good evening, hockey fans, and welcome in to the capital city, the home of the Bismarck Bobcats, the VFW, home of the Legacy Sabres and Magi going toe-to-toe here tonight. It's a 5-0 Minot High team and a 4-2-1 Legacy club coming together again for the 9th time in history. Minot High holding the all-time record at 5 wins and 3 defeats. Their most recent matchup came last year in the WDA semifinals. I'm Nick Colbert. Tonight I'll be joined by the former University of North Dakota Fighting Sioux and Minot High standout, Mr. Matt Morelli. This is our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. Valvoline Instant Oil Change locations in Minot and Bismarck. It's a 15-minute drive-through oil change. You can't beat it at Valvoline Instant Oil Change. They've got locations in Minot and in Bismarck. I just stay right in my car. I'm telling you, folks, it's quick, it's convenient. Check your email, maybe eat your lunch right inside the vehicle while they perform their services at Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Well, there you see Devin Keller, the young man that's got some of the best numbers in the state of North Dakota. The goaltender from Minot High School has only given up 5 goals on the campaign in 5 games. That's a 1 goal against average and a 93% save percentage. Tonight he'll go against Tristan Otto, the goaltender for Legacy, that has good numbers as well, 89.6% save percentage and a .227 goals against average. It's 2 hockey teams that currently ride at the top of the ladder inside of the WDA. Let's take a look at those Shield standings coming into the showdown here tonight. Jamestown, they have a blemish on their record now through 5 games. They got an overtime victory. However, they have the most points in the conference. Minot sits at number 2 at 5-0 overall. They're 4-0 inside of league play, and they just got done beating up on Devils Lake the other night. Final score of that hockey game was 9-2. Williston, they had overtime as well, so they're sitting with a blemished record now also at 3-0-1 inside of the WDA. Legacy's at 3-1 inside the conference, 4-2-1 on the season for the Sabres overall. They just got done waxing Bismarck High. That was an 11-1 hockey game just on Tuesday night. They outshot the Demons and held the Demons to only 8 shots on goal in the hockey game. Legacy's a buzzsaw. They're going to be tough down the stretch. A big test tonight, however, against the Magi, who are the coaches' poll pick number 3 in the state. Century at 2-1 in the West, 2-3 for Mandan, 1-5 for the Bismarck Demons. Botno winless inside of conference play. So is Dickinson, so is Hayes and Beulah. Out east, Grand Forks Central. The Knights are 5-0 in conference play. West Fargo, the Packers are 3-2-1. Red River at 2-2-1. Fargo North at 2-1-1. Devils Lake at 2-2, 2-3 for Davies, 2-3 for Cheyenne and South Shanley. GPR winless on the year in conference play. And Mayport not playing a conference schedule. There's your standings inside of the state of North Dakota. When we come back to the BFW Sports Center, we'll look at the young men that are lighting it up on the score sheet. State's top producers come up next here on the PSP Network presentation of WDA Hockey and the Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Pregame show rolls on from here in the capital city.
Right Bank can be transformative for your small business. The best bank for your business will offer competitive fees and so much more. At BNC National Bank, our team is proud to offer you a helpful, supportive, above and beyond banking relationship. Starting to stress about the complexities of qualifying for a small business loan? BNC can guide you through the process with much less stress and likely far more success. Speak to one of our team members today. Member FDIC.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.
When property owners in Bismarck and Minot seek transformation, ServPro's construction program brings both vision and precision. From that very first hammer strike to the final touch of paint, our dedication remains unwavering. It's not just about remodeling, it's about legacy. In Minot and Bismarck, ServPro is your partner in transformation. We don't just build back, we elevate every space.
Great news! If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold on! Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealership.
You've worked hard, saved well, and invested wisely. Whether it's paying for a child's education, taking the family trip you've dreamed of, giving back to the community, or funding a confident retirement, we can help you reach your goals. We are passionate about helping you make smart decisions about your spending and saving so you can feel confident about the future while enjoying life today. Together, we can design a personalized plan that takes into account your short and long-term needs and wants, but is flexible enough to adjust as your life changes.
That sinking feeling you get when this happens? That's oil change anxiety. The anxiety of being without a car with a billion things to do. The fear of being overcharged. The stress of not knowing where to go or who to trust. But you never get those feelings at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where you can watch us work right from your car, and we finish up in about 15 minutes.
We changed your oil and did our 18-point safety check.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust.
Well, the nets get filled up here in our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. 2 teams inside of the Western Dakota Association that certainly could fill it up. 31 goals on the year for the Sabres, coming in the 7 games they've played. Minot High scored 26 in the 5 games that they've played. 4.4 goals per game for the Sabres, 5.2 for the Magi. And tonight they collide for the 9th time ever here on the home ice of the Bismarck Bobcats. Welcome back into our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. I'm Nick Colbert. Tonight I'll be joined by Mr. Matt Morelli here on the call. Valvoline Instant Oil Change locations in Minot and Bismarck. It's a 15-minute drive-through oil change. You can't beat it at Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Well, the friendly confines of the VFW Sports Center. Always good to be inside this venue, and certainly it is tonight for North Dakota High School hockey in a WDA matchup that a lot of people are looking forward to. If you go back to last year, it was Legacy that went 18-7-1 overall in their campaign and 14-2 inside of the WDA. Minot and Legacy split a year ago, and then the rubber match, if you will, was the WDA semifinal matchup where the Magi had the victory. Much different storyline, much different season now as we're here in the 24-25 campaign. However, this rivalry really has become one that has built in the short amount of time that it's been around, and dating back to when Legacy opened up the high school hockey program here in the capital city back in 2022. That was quite a season for Legacy under the direction of Mario Lamoureux at that time. Back-to-back tournament appearances for Mario Lamoureux. Then he stepped down, and Ryan Farragher and Wade Davison took over as the head coaches. And they have had nothing but success since their start, state tournament appearances. And the last 3 years, 3 for 3 getting into the state tournament, 22, 23, and 24. For the Magi, well, they've got the most of the WDA, getting back to the big dance, 41 total state tournament appearances. That's a long ways away right now when you talk about tournament time in the postseason. However, we're already almost to the holiday break, and it's gone quick. In these games tonight, there is some emphasis on getting a win here, obviously knowing that the standings are going to be tight, and these are going to be 2 teams that are going to be at the top of the ladder inside the WDA when it's all said and done. What does the schedule look like this week? Well, for the Magi, they were on the road on Tuesday. They took on Devil's Lake. Legacy was at home against Bismarck. However, we were at Minot North and Legacy for basketball, Mandan and Bismarck for basketball as well. Coming up the remainder of the week on the PSP Network, boys hockey, the only event on the air tonight. Kind of strange that there's only one event on the air here tonight, but we'll fill it back up tomorrow with girls and boys high school basketball. Number 5, Bismarck High at number 1, Minot High and boys hoops. Number 1, Magent girls basketball team back on their home floor to play the Demons. 6 at 7:45 tomorrow night. I'll have the call with Mr. Tony Mueller of that one. Owen Patterson, Chuck Claremont will have Legacy at St. Mary's in girls and boys hoops. 6 and 7:45 game times tomorrow night as well. And Jonas Nelson will be on the call of Nedrose at Surrey with Corey McIver. 7:15 the game time and girls Class B hoops tomorrow night. Then on Saturday, Garrison's at Valvoline. We end our week with Jamestown, Minot High, two of the teams that look to be back at the state tournament here this year. As promised, to look at the top producers inside the state of North Dakota. These are brought to you by our friends at the UPS Store. Top producers delivered by the UPS Store in South Broadway in the Magic City for all your packing and shipping needs. Open 6 days a week for your convenience. It's the UPS Store. How about the season for Bryce Matter from West Fargo? The Packer has 25 points in 8 games played. I had to make sure that I had that right. 25 points in 8 games. It is right. 16 goals. He is cruising right now inside of North Dakota high school hockey. Chase Collings from the Williston Coyotes has 16 points on the season at 5 tilts. Mac Morelli, who we see tonight, has 15 points coming in 5 games. 15 for Diesel from Grand Forks Central. That comes in 8 games. And 15 for Ian Scarry from the West Fargo Packers in 8 games on the season. Other players inside the WDA of notable mention. How about Andrew Brubachen? He's having a season as well. 12 points right now through the first 5 in his senior campaign. There's your top scorers in the state of North Dakota, delivered by the UPS Store. And oh, by the way, you can find the full stats rundown at NorthDakotaHighSchoolHockey.com. Taking a look at the goaltender matchup in the showdown here tonight, the kids that will tend the pipes. We talked about Tristan Otto, the senior. Overshadowed a bit after playing behind Tyler Miller, one of the top goaltenders in the state of North Dakota for the last 3 years for Legacy. However, Otto got some reps in last year without question. Here in his senior campaign, floating around a 90% save percentage and a .227 goals against average. He's gone 5-2. He's had the workload for the Sabres on the year, and those numbers, nothing to be shy about. .227 goals against and an .896 save percentage is stellar. However, when you look at Devin Keller's numbers, he has been good with a capital G. The best goaltender according to the numbers in the state of North Dakota right now. 93% save percentage and a 1 goal against average. He's gone 5-0. He's got 1 goose egg on the year. The only knock for Keller on the season is that sometimes his workload has been so light that he hasn't had an opportunity maybe to stay as sharp as he's wanted to in these games. And how about a critic in me in saying that? He's only given up 5 goals in 5 games. However, he stopped 66 on his 71 shots that he's faced on the season. That kid is the real deal, and he's a guy that I wouldn't be surprised to see not in a Magi uniform after this year. He's that good. He's a next level type of kid. Those are your projected goalie matchups here tonight. Brought to you by Planet Pizza, proudly serving the Magic City for over 25 years. Stop in, play a game of laser tag at Planet Pizza, or try their lunch buffet Monday through Friday, 11 to 2. They truly are out of this world. Or if you're hungry now, call and order 701-852-1700. Planet Pizza brings you the projected goaltender matchup here tonight in this showdown. Well, when we come back, we'll have Matt Morelli joining me on the call. We'll have our keys to the game. We'll also dive further into the showdown here tonight and look at some of the players to watch for. It's Minot High at 5-0. Legacy at 4-2-1. Colliding tonight in WDA conference play. Should be a doozy right here on the PSP Network.
Remember the last time you were certain that your bank had your back or would go the extra mile to give you the service and attention you need? Partnering with the right community bank can make all the difference. We like to think of a community bank as one that supports its local community. You need to know that whatever your financial future holds, your bank will be there to provide practical support. As a community bank, BNC National Bank will be there for whatever you need in the long haul. Reach out to our team today to learn more about how we're able to help you succeed. Member FDIC.
You worked hard, saved well, and invested wisely. Whether it's paying for a child's education, taking the family trip you've dreamed of, giving back to the community, or funding a confident retirement, we can help you reach your goals. We are passionate about helping you make smart decisions about your spending and saving so you can feel confident about the future while enjoying life today. Together, we can design a personalized plan that takes into account your short and long-term needs and wants, but is flexible enough to adjust as your life changes.
In times of loss, ServPro brings hope. With expertise in Minot and Bismarck, we don't just restore homes, we rebuild lives.
Nobody thinks about personal injury until it happens. But when injury strikes, so will your bills and the turmoil and everything you'll miss out on. It's a mess and you need someone to help it all make sense. That someone is Schweigert, Clemene, and McBride. We know the territory and the process, and we work smart and hard to get you results. It's easier to get back to normal knowing there's a team behind you. We're the ones the other side doesn't want you to call. We're on your side. We're Schweigert, Clemene, and McBride.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.
Being in business for over 25 years, we've learned a lot about why local matters. Unlike those guys, we take pride in our work and back our tires with our Plus Plan guarantee to get the most out of your tire's lifespan.
Are the tires the same size on all the sides?
We strive to provide great value to our guests and lowest prices guaranteed.
That's not good.
Stop at a trusted tire and auto and get a set of tires from people you know and trust, and will even match those guys.
North Dakota High School Hockey and the WDA tonight on the PSP Network. And it's a good one. Minot High and Legacy colliding here tonight at the VFW Sports Center in the capital city of Bismarck. We inch closer and closer to face off here tonight. We'll carry on to the Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show locations in Minot and Bismarck. It's a 15-minute drive-through oil change. You can't beat it at Valvoline Instant Oil Change. I'm Nick Holberg. Tonight joined by my good friend, former Minot High standout, former University of North Dakota Fighting Sioux, Mr. Matt Morelli. First things first, I opened the show tonight, Matt, talking about the winter storm warning that was in effect until 3 p.m. today. We weren't exactly sure if we were going to have a game, but Mother Nature played pretty nice. The roads weren't too bad coming down, hey?
No, I heard last night that it seemed like south of Minot didn't get it too bad. So it's, you know, the bad thing about having to reschedule games is you start going into January and closer to February, and all those weeks are tied up. Most times there's 2 games per week. Now you tack on another one, you got a third game. It's kind of like this week for Minot, but it happened, I think, 1 year or 2 ago. We had that happen where it got thrown in at the end of the year, and it was a little bit of a tiring effect, I think, for those guys. But I think all in all, no, roads are good. That's just typical North Dakota. We're used to this stuff.
Yeah, we're used to it. It's a piece of cake. I would just say the kind message that I had for the lady that didn't have her cruise control set, which is good probably on some of those conditions. I didn't think it was too bad by any means, but without using that cruise control today, the same lady passed me about 8 times going down 83, passed me, pulled back, passed me, went back. I just started chuckling. I thought, am I being pranked right now? What is this? Well, when you look at that and the transition into what I want to talk about here is the WDA standings right now. We can take another look at them, and there might be some jockeying of position inside the conference when it's all said and done. Looking at the standings, Jamestown, Minot, Williston, Legacy, the top 4 right now. I mentioned this earlier on here tonight too. This game between Minot and Legacy, in my mind, these are 2 teams that are heavy favorites to be back at the WDA hockey tournament in that semifinal round. They're 2 favorites to get back to the state tournament. How much emphasis do you put on a win here tonight for Legacy and for Minot High School?
Well, I think it's either way. They're all the West Region games are important. And Minot came in here last year, and we kind of manhandled them a little bit. Minot got some breaks and some goal. Legacy didn't get the goaltending they wanted last year. But you know, when you're on the road, you got to come out of the gate strong. It's not like these guys have a long road trip. They're young guys, but get off to a good start. Set the tone you want to play. Minot open it up, aggressive. They want offense. Legacy, they want to slow Minot. I think they want to slow Minot down. They want to set their own tone. They're at home. They want to. You like I said. You talk about how important these West Region games are. You can lose some early, but you'd rather not. You want to get good momentum. You want to, start to play. You get these guys have a little bit of a break with Christmas time, a little bit of a recharge. If you're these teams, no, they want to come out strong. These guys, they're all worried. These players, I know just from you talk to some of these guys, and they're all like nervous about the weather. They don't want to miss games. They want to play. All kids want to play, boys or girls. They don't like when the weather causes, weather has different ideas. But either way, both teams, they want to start strong. I think they want to get physical. Legacy needs to get shots on Keller right away.
Yeah, when you look at the guys that are going to do that tonight, diving into the numbers of the Legacy Sabres, presented tonight by Prestwich Orthodontics, 0% financing. Free consultations online or in the office. MinotBraces.com is where you could find them. How about the year for Harrison Johnson? 12 points on his campaign coming in 7 games played. 5 goals, 7 assists for him. Johnson's been good on the season. He's the charge leader right now here for the Legacy Sabres, but they also have guys like Ben Garley, who's got 6. Braden Strom, who's got 9 on the season, 6 more for Joel Anderson. There's some guys here that can get the job done, and they've got good goaltending. It's a Legacy team that has outscored their opponents on the season by a big margin, 31-16 total on their campaign. They score 4.4 per game, Matt. They give up 2.29. Some numbers that they'd like to see, and how about this for a penalty kill percentage? 95% on the season on the PK. Their power play floating at 27. Specialty teams, a big factor tonight for the Legacy Sabres.
Well, it's important. We talk about it. Some people don't even realize how important stats are. At these, you want to get off to have good special teams unit. There's a reason why you're working on it in practice. I think some of these teams would admit they probably wish they had a little bit more time to work on special teams. But if you're clipping at 90% on the penalty kill or above, that's good. And I tell you, you want to stay out of the box, but they're confident. Like I said, when you have a guy back there, Legacy knows what the client's like. These teams have played each other enough times. It's always going to be a tight game.
For the Magi coming in, sitting on an 82% penalty kill ratio and a 33% power play. It's a Magi team that's led by Mac Morelli, number 3 in the state right now in point production. 4 goals, 11 assists for 15 on the year. 11 for Easton Panasuk, 6 for Oliver Thompson. 9 on the year for Rylan Rutlick. He's the goal leader. He's got 8 on the season. And then other guys, secondary scoring from players like Cohen Schmeichel, who's got 4 on the season, or maybe, the 3 that Paxton Pakaluk from the back end has. They've been solid on the campaign with distribution across the sheet. The Magi have outscored their opponents by this gap that is pretty wild at this point of the year, 26-5 through the first 5 games. The bigger number to me, they've outshot their opponents 210-71. That is a margin that makes most people's eyebrows raise to say, hey, is that website correct that Bob Gillen's got? No, it's just the Magi have been that good in their defensive and offensive zones.
Well, Minot they want to be aggressive. They have an aggressive forecheck. They want to pump shots on goal. And every team, sometimes you don't really, doesn't matter the way they go in. You put that many shots on a goalie in a game, odds are they're going to start going in. Even if the first 2 periods they maybe don't go your way, you still have to stay with your game. You stick with it, you grind away, you keep everybody pumped up on the bench and say, listen, we keep working hard, they'll come. But you take both these goalies, Ottawa's is solid. He kind of got some time last year when Legacy was tough. They were always good games. Even though Minot got the best of them down here last year, it was Minot's night where it seemed like most things went in. That didn't happen when Legacy came to Minot. It was a whole different game.
Whole different night, without a doubt. Well, got the honor to talk to Dan Durkee tonight, the voice of Bismarck hockey. Let's go down to the veteran on the PA, doing it since 1992. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Dan Durkee.
The Legacy Sabres. At defense, number 4, Joel Anderson. At defense, number 20, Bo Reschke. At wing, number 8, Harrison Johnson. At wing, number 18, Braden Strong. At center, number 41, Becca Presley McKay. And a goal, number 30, Tristan Otto. Co-head coaches for the Sabres, Ryan Farragher and Wade Davison. Tonight's cheerleaders include Tatum Bauer, Ella Dahl, Carolyn Gill, Kaylee John, Phoenix Lindsay, and Chloe Mosley. Would everyone please rise if you're able? Remove your cap or hat and place your hand over your heart tonight as we salute our great nation with the singing of the national anthem tonight by juniors from Legacy, Anna Lemoyne and Aaliyah Olsen.
God bless our servicemen and women. God bless our veterans. God bless America. Beautiful rendition of our nation's national anthem tonight here at the VFW Sports Center in Bismarck. Final order of business before the opening draw tonight. Our keys to the game, they're brought to you by Northern Plains Heating and Air. No other choice to seal your heating and air game than Northern Plains Heating and Air. First for the Magi. in my mind, when they get physical early, they are very tough to beat. That physicality has kind of been one of those pieces to their puzzle that has made them dynamite on the year. And on the other side for Legacy tonight, they have to create traffic in front of Devin Keller. He's only given up 5 in 5 games, for goodness sake. Those are the two keys in my mind, brought to you by Northern Plains Heating and Air. On par with where you come in tonight in the keys to the game?
You know, you're right. I think Minot's not a big team, but they hit a lot. They're aggressive. They're not afraid to get in the corners and grind and get the puck down behind the opposing defenseman, make it tough on other teams. I think that's their style. I think it's more of a gritty type. We got to wear them down a little bit, and I think that's good. They like to roll. They like to roll everybody. You got to get all those lines involved. Get these guys in the game early. Legacy's going to want to slow them down. They're going to want to get physical too, and not let Minot have too many easy entries into the offensive zone.
Legacy's in white, Minot's in maroon. Andrew Goodmanson at 7-1 Realty brings you the opening draw tonight. 7-1 Realty and Andrew Goodmanson for all your real estate needs. Big thank you to 7-1 Realty bringing you tonight's opening face-off, and off the opening draw, it's Legacy that bumps it off the wall on the far wing. Here comes Panasuk into the zone. Panasuk, center slot, fires it on goal. First shot of the game. First stop for Tristan Otto. He went down onto the pillows and made the save. And as Andrew Goodmanson would say, by the way, who wins in a bodybuilding contest, you or Mr. Matt Morelli? Well, that's up for debate, Goody, but thanks for checking in tonight.
It's not Goody.
Yeah, well, it used to be. I'm not sure what happened there.
Those days are over.
It could be. Puck handled here by the Magi. Offensive zone. Mac Morelli has it. Hounded on the play. It's pushed up to center. That's Braden Strom that rode Morelli off the puck. Comes back into Minot High territory now, where it comes away to Pakaluk. Back over now to Deal. Deal will push it up to center. Off the tape of Panasuk. Down into the offensive territory for Minot High School. Back behind the net. Taken here by the Sabres. It's Evan Davis that had it turned over. Schmeichel took it. Now Davis has it back. He'll curl around the net and start the rush up to neutral. Right off the tape of Morelli. Picked back up by the Sabres. They'll dump in here with Mitzel. Fired just wide of the cage. Now it's Deal trying to clear the zone. Puck goes away off the far side wall. Delayed call coming here. This is going to be on the Magi early on, I do believe. Arm went up. And we do have a holding call coming. Legacy's going to get the first power play of the hockey game.
Oh, we'll see what Minot's kill. Not the way you want to start out in your first shift. Some of those penalties are they're not what a coach wants to see, but that's all right. It's part of the game. You're going to get penalties. No team is going to be perfect every game, but now Minot's just got to kill it off.
Aiden Deal into the box for the Magi at a 2-minute holding call. And the power play comes out for Legacy. And they fire their first shot of the hockey game on goal. It was McCain that fired in, and the stop was made from Keller. By the way, Tyler Liffrig, the duties of being in charge here tonight. He's got the armbands on. And Dennis Bonneau, the other head official here tonight at the VFW Sports Center. You want to talk about two guys that are respected inside the hockey community on the western side of the state for WDA coverage. Well, these are two of those gentlemen here. Tyler Liffrig, in my mind, is the best in the business. That's why he officiates at the higher levels. You'll see him at the Ralph quite often in NCAA, even NCAA Division I tournament time. Tyler Liffrig, the real deal on the ice surface tonight, and Dennis Bonneau always doing a nice job as well. Minot High shorthanded. Finley Bentz scrubbing for the puck, comes up to Marsland. He'll dump it into the zone. Sabres on the retrieve. Comes back away here on the near wall. Taken by Pakaluk. He'll fire it off ahead into offensive territory. Bentz has it shorthanded. Finley Bentz back out front. Tried to go back door. Oh, the opportunity was there. Tic-tac-toe. They went. Tate Hagenau and Finley Bentz trying to get fancy with it. Almost made it 1-0 shorthanded.
Oh, if you're a coach, you want those guys shooting that puck. You don't want to be fancy, especially on a penalty kill. Just fire the puck on goal.
All the way down the ice surface it comes. That's an icing that's brought to you by Minot State University. More than 96% of recent college grads are either employed or continuing their education at Minot State. Be seen, be heard, be you. It's MSU. 35 seconds remains of Serve Pro power play time here for the Legacy Sabres. Off the draw. Bentz with possession here. Bentz will fire through traffic. Stick save from Otto. Puck's picked up by the Sabres, and they rush out to center. Lead pass off the tape there of Isaac Jerome. Back underneath the net now as Jerome worked on by Lemon. Sabres with possession. Away with it comes Cooper Schwab. Out of the zone from the Magi. And back at neutral. Drifting back into his own territory and shuffling it off the wall was Isaac Jerome once again. And it comes back away at center ice where Harrison Johnson, the leading point getter, walks in and fires on. Stick save there from Keller. Magi go to full strength. Thompson has the puck. Goes up to center. Tried to feed Cope. Offsides here in the Sabres, and a stop of the play with 13:39 to play in the opening period. Nobody on the BNC National Bank scoreboard just yet. Back to what Andrew Goodmanson had to say earlier on here tonight. Who do you think would win that? I mean, you or me? You're in pretty good shape still, though, however.
I mean, I don't know. I might think I might have you in push-ups, but...
Got the walking pad underneath my desk these days. I'm just a cardio expert now, Matt, I'm telling you.
Men's health.
Yeah, that's right. Puck's away on the far side wall, down underneath the net blocker side of Tristan Otto. 2-for-2 scrum down and deep. Sabres come out with it. Harrison Johnson up to center ice with it. Shuffles it off across. Past Joel Anderson. Sorry, make that McKay rather. Now it's Hudson Cope that clears back to center. Right back in from Evan Davis. Back in behind the Minot High goal where it comes away to the far side wall. Earhart for the Magi. Got it up to Cope. Chipped it off ahead. And back into his own territory to retrieve his Berger. It's going to be fired back up through center. That lead pass just a bit ahead of the intended target there on the play. Carter Madison, and another icing on the play. That icing brought to you by our friends at Planet Pizza. Stop in for the lunch buffet Monday through Friday, 11 to 2 at Planet Pizza. Well, there you see Wayne Davison on the screen, the co-head coach of the Legacy Sabres. He and Ryan Farragher in year number 2 as the bench bosses for Legacy. They've done a nice job with this program after coming in after Mario Lamoureux's time was done. The former University of North Dakota Fighting Sioux captain has moved on to running the Lamoureux hockey schools. Up to center, 2-on-1 chance now for the Sabres into the zone. High rising shot missed there from Caleb Johnson. Broken stick on the play. And a stop in the play over on the far wall. That stick shattered into about 3 pieces on the play. And there goes about $250, I would assume.
Wow, that just ruins a parent's night.
Nobody said it was going to be cheap when he got into the sport of hockey.
That's for sure. That's for sure.
In my goaltending days, I'll never forget my junior year of high school. Broke a stick over the crossbar, and that's the night that my dad said, hey, I think you can start buying your own right about now.
How'd that go over?
Well, I had the job at Planet Pizza. I made it happen, I'm telling you.
Right. Save your money.
Puck comes back away to Panasuk. Now Pakaluk with it. Shuffled off ahead. Odd-man rush for the Sabres into offensive territory. Cooper Schwann's in with it. Nice defensive job. Pakaluk comes back to Morelli. Back into his own zone. Morelli hits the brakes. Now shuffles it off ahead on the near wing. Back over to the far. Up to Schmeichel. Offensive territory for the Magi and deals on the attack with it. Sent it out front. Nobody home. Chipped into Minot High territory. Down it comes. Keller had the arm up looking for the icing call. Didn't get it. Comes back away underneath the net where it's worked away to Schmeichel. And Minot High's breakout is up to center. Here is Panasuk. Carries in. Waits for trailers. Panasuk pinned on the near wall. Panasuk ridden off on the play. Taken down by Legacy off the far wing, and it's going to be shuffled up to the line where Lemon had it for just a moment. Legacy will carry down and fire in. Back behind Keller. They go off for a 5-for-5 change as the Magi regroup here with Richardson. Richardson to Lemon. To center ice it comes for the Magi and Finley Bentz. Tried to shuffle it off to Strand. Turn and burn game's on. Johnson dishes ahead. Right in on goal. Strom fires. He scores. Oh, what a play that was. Legacy draws first blood as it was sent out in front for Braden Strom's 10th point of the year. Goal number 2. And the Sabres are up on the BNC National Bank scoreboard.
I think Minot's having a little bit of a tough time. You're being too fancy at the blue line, on the offensive blue line. You can't turn the puck over there. If anything, just chip it down deep in the zone. That's not the place to get fancy with the puck. And it's been not just that shift. It's been a few times where Minot's turning the puck over and it's at the worst possible place on the ice.
Let's listen to Dan Durkee.
Harrison Johnson. Time to goal, 5:53. Straub and Johnson.
Straub from Harrison Johnson. 1-0 Legacy on top. Well, we talked about this in the pregame show here tonight. What a buzzsaw both of these teams are offensively. Coming into the hockey game, Legacy outscoring their opponents 31-16. The Magi outscoring their opponents 26-5. And Legacy gets on the board quick here tonight. 10:20 left to the first. They lead 1-0 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Center ice, puck's going to be handled here by the Magi. Strand back into his own territory. Shuffled it off ahead up to center. Comes away to Finley Bentz, making a move now, and Bentz will skate in. Bentz to the top of the circle, tried to shuffle it back to the point. He did. Taken at the line here by Oliver DeShaw. Off the near wall. Rutlick down in deep. Puck's going to be flipped up off the glass, and the Sabres clear back into Minot high territory, where Deal's back on the retrieve. He just shotguns this one to center, where it comes to Strand. Cross ice dish, comes away now to Coleman. Coleman hits the brakes underneath the circle. Fires it back around, intended for Hagenau, but it's going to be taken by the Sabres. They push right back to center. Pakaluk at center ice here. Looking to his partner now with the backhand dish. Got it over to Deal, and Deal will shuffle off ahead. Came into the hands of Thompson. Thompson's into the zone for the Magi. Sent it out in front for Hagenau. Off his tape, down to the corner. The scrum for the puck continues on. Who's going to come out with it? The Magi do. Pakaluk at the point. Tried to rifle one out towards the net. It hit traffic, carried over to Deal. Comes underneath the goal line now where it's pinned up in deep. Thompson down underneath the goal line. Sockers it free to himself. Thompson ridden off on the play. Comes back all the way into Minot high territory. Icing's going to be waved off here. Is back on the retrieve is Deal. Deal goes to the near side. A little bit of miscommunication here for Deal and Pakaluk on the back end. And Legacy's forecheck causing Minot some issues early on in this hockey game. Big hit there that's going to free the puck off to Straub. Centering feed out front. Comes away on the near side wall. This is McKay with it. McKay goes back underneath the goal, leaving it for Straub. Back at the point now. Anderson tried to fire. Puck's knocked away, and it's dumped out into the Minot high end. Deal fan on the attempt to clear it. Comes back to the Sabres. They come away to the near side wing. Raschke in on goal. Fires on. Keller makes the save, and he hangs on. And Devin Keller making save number 4 in the hockey game on shot number 5. And the shots sit at 4-2. Legacy, they also lead 1-0 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard.
Minot looks a little disorganized in their own zone. They're all running around a little bit. You got to play your position. Don't panic. A lot of game, but a couple of those shifts where they're following, watching the puck, they're not picking up their guy.
Puck comes back away all the way underneath the Legacy net. This comes down for an icing. And the stop of the play brought to you by our friends at Prestwich Orthodontics. 0% financing, free consultations online or in the office. Find them online, minotbraces.com. Well, Devin Keller hasn't been tested a whole lot on the season, Matt. Tonight he has been early, giving up the first goal of the hockey game. Minot High's got nothing but confidence in the young man in the goal paint. However, a kid that sits on a nearly perfect mark. When you've got somebody that's that good back there, here's a drive. Oh, whistles off the crossbar. Shot came from Rutlick, came right out of the tape for Finley Bentz, and he fired it up off the goalpost and on a play.
Well, you just Minot, you got to settle down a little bit. I think Legacy's a little more aggressive right now than Minot. They're hitting them. They're not giving Minot any time, and Minot's mishandled the puck a few times. And just got to clean it up a little bit, and they'll be okay.
Back to that point about Keller, when you've got confidence in your goaltender back there, even when you're down 1-0, it just changes the dynamic so much, doesn't it?
For sure. I mean, it's a long game. He said he'll settle in. Sometimes these goalies, they got to face 6, 8, 10 shots before they maybe get comfortable. No different than a skater. You need shifts, 3, 4, 5 shifts a period. You can't just have 1 or 2 and think you're going to be all warm and into the game.
Tristan Otto makes the stop. Shots officially on the board are now at 4-4 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Puck comes back away. Center slot. Rutlick fires. Oh, was knocked down out in front of the net there from Evan Davis. Comes back away now to the Sabres. This is Beckham McKay into offensive territory. Beckham takes it down, taken here from the near wing, fired towards Keller, made a stick save. Puck lays underneath the goal line. Goes off a Lemon, fired away to the far side. Held it at the line and sent back underneath the net. Puck comes back up to the point. Tipped out in front. Pad save from Keller. Pillow came up and made the big stop as he kicked the leg out. Comes back away now to Strand. Strand's got possession here. Strand working it away to the far wing. Up to center ice, right back into Minot High territory where it comes off to Bentz. Now Lemon, and Lemon will start the motor up to center. From center ice, the dump and chase game is on for Minot High School. Over on the far side wall, puck's pinned up at the half boards. Coleman's going to come away with it. Morelli was calling for it. Morelli's going to go down to help out now as a 2-for-2 scrum continues on. Morelli's out with it. He'll walk into the circle.
I think you mean Hagenau,
Hagenau, sorry about that. Fired away here. Otto goes down and makes the save. He'll hang on to it. Well, our position here down in the Minot High end, just, what do you say we are? Probably about 40 feet from Devin Keller. That has us about 170 away from Otto down there. We do apologize.
Not the greatest spot for a press box, but you make do. You just got to make sure you've got clean contacts and fresh glasses with you.
Yeah, I was going to say, Jason Bradley's down there. I should probably go see him from Century Eyewear. I think probably not a
I think it'd be a good idea.
Bad idea. Puck off the near side wing. Over to the far it comes now. Hagenau back in after it. Oh, he's tattooed on the play. My goodness. Old school WDA hit right there as the puck comes back away down to the Sabres in offensive territory. Wheeling it out front. Off the backhand. Came away from Cooper Schwann. Taken back by Earhart from out at high school. Shuffles it up off the near side wing. Right back in from Johnson. Back behind the net for Deshaw. Trying to feed it to his partner Earhart on the near side. Legacy's going to retain possession here. They're going to move it away from center ice from Deschene. Comes back away now for Thompson, and Oliver Thompson carries it. Thompson fed it out front, opening home for the Magi. Becca McKay, 5-point season. Down into the corner on the move. Freed it off now to Deal. Trying to shuffle it off ahead. Back up to center come the Magi. It was a 3-on-2. Morelli, Panasuk, and Schmeichel, but it's taken by the Sabres again with the stingy defense at center from Joel Anderson. Well, it's been back and forth so far. Down to 5:10 to play in the opening period. Deal's got it here near side. Had his pocket pick. Comes back away far wing. Deal on the retrieve. He's going to shuffle it up off the glass out to center. Now Backley Morelli with the puck. Number 3 in the state for scorers. Morelli walks down, fires. Stop is made. Otto will hang on to it. And the faceoff will come on Tristan Otto's blocker side after he denied Morelli on the play. Let's go back and watch this hit over on the far side wall here, Matt. Oh.
Oof. Looked a lot worse than it was. He popped right up, but good thing you don't. Some of those big hits, you get a little nervous for some of those guys.
Do apologize about our camera issues here tonight. One of the challenges at the VFW Sports Center is that the press box is all the way down inside the Minot High defensive zone where you watch on your screen, and much better when that camera is at center ice. We do apologize for some of the glitchiness of the wireless connectivity here tonight. We're doing the best we can, I promise you. Blocker side of Otto. Comes to Rutlick. On angle shot, turned aside by Tristan Otto. Back at the point, Deal has it here. Now he's going to fire. Tipped out in front by Bent. Stick save from Otto again. Comes underneath the goal line now where it goes away from Strand. Back to the point. Pakaluk fired in, glove save. Puck's underneath the net where it's going to be picked up now by Carter Madison. Madison trying to clear, but it's taken here by Berger, reversing it around the net to the near wing. Under 5 to play in the opening period. Legacy up 1-0. Courtesy of the goal from Braden Strom, his second goal of the year, point number 10. It was Harrison Johnson that set him up on the play. Puck comes back away near side wing. Pakaluk defensive territory. Pakaluk moves it off. Scrum at center for it. Into the offensive zone, carrying down. This is Caleb Johnson. Johnson double team down in the corner. Freed down by Bentz. Finley Bentz has it. Bentz will start the rush to center. Benz carries in. Benz, fancy move, walks down, fires all at the side of the net. Oliver Thompson holds his own. Back away far corner, Joel Anderson. Held in at the point, but it's the Sabres that push up to center now, and they're going to carry back into Minot High territory. Strom walking down. Puck's loose out in front of Keller. Stuck it away with the stick. Comes back away now for the Sabres as they work it in from the point. Back underneath the goal. Richardson down in the corner. Richardson, oh, that's a knee-to-knee play that has Richardson down. Delayed call coming here. Puck comes up to center now where it comes to Thompson. Legacy's going to touch here. And Minot's going to get their first power play of the hockey game. Will it be a 2 or a 5? That's the question.
My guess probably 2. If it wasn't, he popped right up. I mean, they're a judgment call. I mean, they're going to get good officiating with these guys. It's like you could kind of see that coming. There's been a couple close calls on some of the physical play, but either way, Minot's got to. It's got to get a little cleaner in their own zone. They're misfiring on passes. I don't think they're talking enough. There's the pucks there. The lane guys are skating by it. You got to be better than that. This level, you little things make a big difference, and Minot's having a struggle with some of them right now.
Sabres will take it and fire it back in behind Keller. Deal with possession. 95% penalty kill for Legacy has been solid on the year. They go against Minot High's 33% power play unit, led by Morelli, who drops it underneath the net and got it off to Strand. Strand back to Morelli at the point. Deal handles here. Backhand back to Morelli. Back cross ice feed. Off to Panasuk. Glove save Otto. Puck's taken here by Legacy, trying to clear, unable to do so. Rutlick held it in. Now Panasuk has it in Gretzky's office. Survey. Back up top to Morelli. Now deal with it. Morelli's going to get it back. He's going to walk down. Morelli waits, turns, and fires. He shoots and scores. Well, the big boy shot from Mac Morelli. Good enough for goal number 5 on the season. Put it off the bar and in, and Minot High ties the hockey game at 1 aside.
Well, you want pucks on net, you got to hit the net. You also got to move the puck quick. Good passes. Starts on the top with Deal. Everything starts in the middle. Go from the middle. Either take a shot with somebody in front for a screen, or you got to get shots from the outside and walk on in as far as they'll let you.
Assist to number 14, Aiden Deal. Time to goal 14:50. Power play goal.
Morelli from Deal. Morelli's 5th of the year on the power play. Puck comes back away now here for Lemon, firing it down under 2 to play here in the opening period. Score sitting at 1-1 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Up to center ice for the Sabres into Minot High territory. All the way down underneath the Minot High goal. This is Straub, fired back out front. Comes back away now here for the Magi on the rush with Carter Coleman underneath the net. Puck goes away to the far side wing where it's going to be taken there by Madison. Held in by the Sabres. Puck caroms and goes up into the rafters. Drops back down into play. Taken here by Lemon. Fired it off. Held it at the line. Hard wrist shot. Just missed the side of the cage. Then Keller swept it off to the D-man, who fires it all the way down the ice surface for the Magi. And getting it to the other end of the ice there was Nick Christopher on the attempt from Minot High School. This will come all the way down to Tristan Otto's glove side. Stop of the play with 1:09 left here in this opening period. Well, a back and forth tilt. Shots at one point favored Legacy. Minot High owning the lion's share of that category now. They lead the shot column 11-6 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard.
It's been a lot closer than the shots. Either way, it's been back and forth. And Minot, don't give up those long stretch passes.
Delayed call coming here on Legacy. Net goes vacant for Minot High School with the extra attacker out. Comes back away to Deal now. Deal's got it here, dropping it back. Minot High's going to have to regroup back at neutral as the puck comes all the way back right at the center ice. Bobcat stamp coming into the zone now is Panasuk with it. Panasuk taking it down underneath the net. He's written off on the play. Legacy will touch. And Minot High's power play that sits currently at a 1-for-1 comes back out onto the ice surface here with 35.8 seconds left in this opening period of play.
Well, you want to make it hurt. Get some quality shots in this power play before the period. You got 35 seconds. You've got to you've got to start getting, like I said, build on these power plays, good shots, good zone entry. Starts with winning faceoffs. Faceoffs are so important, even more important on power plays.
Deal works it back up far side. Morelli, Rutlick turning and firing. That puck's going to be knocked away. And it comes back down to Deal, who's going to regroup here. Get ready to calm him down, kids. We're at 20 seconds to play in the first. Deal carrying in underneath the net. Surveying, trying to feed it out front. Comes back away to Panasuk at the point. Now Morelli again. He's got Minot High's goal in the game. Comes up to Deal. Deal's firing shots. Comes up to center ice where it's taken down by Legacy. Short-handed opportunity. That's going to do it for the period. Chances on both sides here in this hockey game. Both teams put one into the back of the net. That's where we stand at the end of one period played. It's 1-1 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Magic Towing first intermission report comes up next. Magic Towing, you blow it, we tow it. Mention PSP Network and save $50 on your next tow at Magic Towing. Highlights, recap, and a look around the league coming up when we come back to the VFW Sports Center. One's on the board at the end of the first period of play.
On the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.
The foundation of the financial planning approach at Legacy Financial Partners is a personal relationship. Our unique and collaborative approach to financial planning starts with your dreams, not just the numbers. We will work with you regularly to take action to update your plan as your needs evolve, recommending products and services that are right for your situation.
When facing disaster, it's not just the things we lose, but the memories. But there's hope. ServPro, with decades of experience in Minot and Bismarck, is always ready. Our certified professionals don't just restore homes, they rebuild lives. Because to us, you're not just a client, you're family.
Shields Visa is more than just a card. It's the freedom to go. It's a gateway to explore and do more of what you love. Imagine where the Shields Visa can take you. So join us in discovering endless possibilities. Shields Visa. Together, we've got this.
Meet Gary. Gary is an ordinary guy, but right now Gary has car trouble. Gary doesn't know about magic towing. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing. We are here to help 24/7. Magic Towing in Western North Dakota. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing.
Today, we deliver more wonderful birthdays at Trinity Health Family Birth Center. We offer all new private, family-centered suites. Our maternity team provides more personalized support, advanced care, and the reassurances of a NICU and a neonatologist on staff. Take a virtual tour at trinityhealth.org/Family Birth Center. Trinity Health, making more possible.
Magic City Home Leisure is excited to introduce the fabulous edition of the Master Spas line, including the phenomenal Michael Phelps Swim Spas. Enjoy the relaxing health benefits and enjoy 0% financing up to 72 months or up to $5,000 off on all spas. You'll also find $2,000 off the MSRP on all pools, swim spas, and saunas. Come see for yourself the outstanding lineup of Master Spas, including the Michael Phelps Swim Spas, exclusively at Magic City Home Leisure.
Banking is some of the most important things in your life, and banking at the right bank is very important. We're really proud of our bank because we have great people, and our people are what make our bank go. We always want to treat our customers right and do the best job we can for them, and try to do things to help make our communities better.
Well, we've played one period inside of tonight's WDA tilt between Minot and Legacy. Only one combined loss on the year between these two clubs. I'm sorry, Legacy at 4-2-1. A good hockey team nevertheless, so 3 combined losses on the year between the two teams. Minot High is unbeaten in the campaign at 5-0 on the year. It's Nick Holberg, Matt Morelli on the call here tonight. It's our Magic Towing intermission report. First intermission report brought to you by Magic Towing. You blow it, we tow it. Put this number in your phone now. You'll be glad that you did. 509-4011. It's Magic Towing. Nick Holberg again alongside of Matt Morelli, the former University of North Dakota Fighting Sioux, former Minot High standout. Well, back and forth for a while there. Then Minot High maybe swung the teeter-totter towards the end of the ice of Tristan Otto at the end of that first period of play. Overall, your thoughts on the first period?
It wasn't too bad. Like you said, pretty wide open the first 7-10 minutes on both sides, but you can't, you know, I think both teams want to probably slow it down a little bit. Minot, I think, did a decent job of keeping the shots outside other than that goal. But if you're Legacy, same thing with Minot at times. Got to be probably a little bit better in your own zone. Work on that tape. You know, I said that first pass coming out of your own zone is such a big deal. It's important. You have a tough time with the first one, or you fumble it, or it's not on the guy's stick. It makes it tough coming out of your zone with that pressure on the forecheck. Minot wants to be more aggressive. I think, you know, Minot's game is a lot of shots. They throw it on net. Legacy, they want some room. They've got some guys with some skill up front. You can't give them that kind of room. They're looking for that long pass. Not every time, but they want to get those guys, you know, out center ice. The Johnson, get him going with the puck. Those guys can handle it. They're quick. They got quick feet. They're gonna try to go wide on the Minot's defensemen, but I think both teams have kind of struggled to play like a clean breakouts. But it'll come. You only got one period in the books. Maybe Minot, you get one period of rust, get bus legs out of your system. But I think Legacy they need more shots. You can't win games with only 6 shots on goal. Even though you're tied right now, you're going to need more shots. You want to be in that 10-12 range. I mean, that's good for for a team. They said you need a little more offense. They probably want to get a little more aggressive. They've got to stay out of the box. I don't think you want to keep giving Minot a power play. I don't care how good your penalty kill is. You don't want to be killing all night.
Without question, Minot High will have a minute 25 of power play time remaining when we come back to start the second. Taking a look at the recap of this hockey game brought to you by DriveRyan.com. Browse our massive inventory online. It's DriveRyan.com. Ryan Family Dealerships locations in Minot and in Williston. It was Strom picking up his second goal of the year. Johnson had the assist on the play. Harrison Johnson, team high 13 points. Strom having a good campaign as well. He's up to 10 with that point to that goal in the first. Speaking of point leaders, Mac Morelli up to 16 now after he netted his 5th of the year. It was Deal that had the assist on the Minot High power play goal. In total, 1 goal on each side. Shots were 11-6 Minot High School. Saves were 10-5. Minot's power play 1 for 1. They have a chance to go 2 for 2 with the next minute 25 of power play time. Legacy went 0 for 1 on the man advantage in that first period of play. Those numbers again brought to you by Ryan Family Dealerships. DriveRyan.com. Browse for massive inventory today at DriveRyan.com. We are through 1 period of play. 2 more to go tonight here at the VFW Sports Center in Bismarck. Buckle up for the second. Should be a good one. It comes up next here on the PSP Network.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.
The foundation of the financial planning approach at Legacy Financial Partners is a personal relationship. Our unique and collaborative approach to financial planning starts with your dreams, not just the numbers. We will work with you regularly to take action to update your plan as your needs evolve, recommending products and services that are right for your situation.
When facing disaster, it's not just the things we lose, but the memories. But there's hope. ServPro, with decades of experience in Minot and Bismarck, is always ready. Our certified professionals don't just restore homes, they rebuild lives. Because to us, you're not just a client, you're family.
Shields Visa is more than just a card. It's the freedom to go. It's a gateway to explore and do more of what you love. Imagine where the Shields Visa can take you. So join us in discovering endless possibilities. Shields Visa. Together, we've got this.
Meet Gary. Gary is an ordinary guy, but right now Gary has car trouble. Gary doesn't know about magic towing. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing. We are here to help 24/7. Magic Towing in Western North Dakota. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing.
Well, we played one period here tonight at the VFW Sports Center. One of the state's top producers in Mac Morelli has his 16th point of the year. That's where we see the last scoring in this hockey game. We're tied at 1-1 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Time for our second period of play coming up in just a moment. Nick Holberg alongside of Matt Morelli on the call here at the VFW Sports Center in Bismarck. Is there one key in your mind for Legacy at the end of that first period of play, heading into the second?
Well, I think continue what you're doing. Legacy's, they're doing it. They've got a good game plan. They just probably got to stay out of the box, be a little more disciplined on your physical play. I mean, you take Badeau and Lifford, they're going to let you play. They'll call the obvious, but I think all in all, they're going to let those guys be physical, let them play as long as you're not being a real, a blatant call out there. That's what you want to see. Let the players decide, but Legacy, I think they just need a little more shots on net.
Legacy's in white, Minot Highs in their maroons. If you're just joining us, Magi work with 1:20 of Serve Pro power play time to start the second frame. Wrap around. Oh my goodness, Morelli to Strand. They scored. How about that play, my friend? That's the old...
I don't think any of us were paying attention to that.
The old Jersey Kelly, Quinn Fuchs days, the old Chad Burkhart right up, and bingo, the Magi lead 2-1 on their second power play goal of the game. Watch this play here as it's taken behind the net. The old reverse right back to Strand, and he tucks it into the cage. Tristan Otto didn't have a chance on that one. Minot leads 2-1 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard.
Assist to number 21.
Wow.
At number 14, Deal.
Morelli and Deal on the Strand goal. Minot leads by a score 2-1 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard.
Oh, if you're Legacy, you got to forget about it. Move on. You're only a minute into the second period. There's plenty of time. They're not panicking. Why would you? You got a ton of time. They just got to get back to being offensive, getting in Minot's way, clogging the neutral zone up. Don't give Minot anything easy.
Minot High back in with it. Here's Morelli trying to split the D. Well, we've got an early candidate for our Magic City Home Leisure move of the game. Pool tables, saunas, spas, you name it. Magic City Home Leisure has it. They bring you the move of the game tonight as well. Sabres are in offsides on the play.
Ooh, might have got a break on that play there. You've got to, no matter how excited you get on an offensive rush, you have to stay on side. You just have to. If anything, you got to stop. But you got to straddle that line. You hate to give up. You hate to have a whistle on a clear 2-on-1.
Back to 5-on-5 play here for the Sabres. We're now being outshot by double in the hockey game at 12-6. And points in that first period, I don't dominating maybe wouldn't be the word, but they had their fair share of a little bit of the mustard in that first.
I thought Legacy took it to Minot a little bit that first period. They were the aggressor, and I think Minot wasn't. I don't think Minot was ready for that first period. I think they were standing around a little bit, especially in their own zone. Legacy, they're well coached. You come with them from a Mario Lamoureux program, and you got these. Farragher takes over. He's gonna be the same style of play. You better be ready. We're gonna come after you. We don't care what your record is. You're coming to Bismarck. It's gonna be tough for you.
Happy holidays, obviously, from that penalty box crew. We saw Dan Durkee on the screen there, the gentleman that was having the seat inside of the penalty box since 1992. He's been on the PA call inside of Bismarck for high school hockey. I can't get over that. We talked about it before the game tonight. We had quite a conversation, Matt, just on how much it means to have a guy that does such a good job, and not only that you can hear and understand who got the goals and the assists and the penalties, but also who brings that energy each and every night, and an iconic voice. He really is one of the best in the business, and it wouldn't be the same down here without Dan Durkee on the call. I promise you that much. Thanks, Dan, for all those years of dedication to the Bismarck hockey program and the WDA. You're certainly cherished inside the conference. Down into the corner it comes. Delay call coming on the Magi. Legacy's going to go back to the power play, Matt.
Well, it's kind of a lazy penalty by Minot. You got a 1-on-2 and he splits the D. Minot defenseman just got to do a better job of steering him to the outside. You've got the momentum going, then you take a penalty like that. It's going to happen, but you've got to kill it off. Now, Legacy needs a break. They need some good shots here, quality shots. They're on the PP this time now. Let's see what they can do with their 2 minutes here.
Minot High is penalty kill 1-for-1. The Sabres work with the man advantage. Here's a drive on goal stop from Keller. Keller goes down and makes the save. Pakaluk charged with the 2-minute holding call. Minot High power play has been good on the year. Again, the Magi power play at 33%. Their specialty teams in total has been good. Their penalty kill at 82% on this campaign. But Legacy's power play at 27% and their kill at 95% coming in to this game here tonight. Those are specialty teams numbers that you just can't beat.
No, that's a solid. You take that at any level of play.
Puck's fired from one end of the ice to the other. 200 feet it came down. Otto made the save. Comes away now to the Sabres. They work it back into Minot High territory. Lemon back on the retrieve, back in his own end, but it's taken by Legacy down and deep underneath the goal line. Caleb Johnson shuffled it back here now into the hands of Strom, and Strom's pinned up there by Richardson. Johnson back with it. Leading point getter goes back to the line, up to Anderson. Taken away there by Morelli, and Morelli's going to go off for a change along with...
Sorry, you meant Hagenau, you meant?
Hagenau, I'm so sorry.
He's 24.
24 and 21 look quite a bit similar to me for some reason. Same size build on those kids too, by the way.
It's okay, it's your program.
Comes away back now. Here up to the Sabres into the offensive zone once again for Harrison Johnson. I told you about the email after the Century game, didn't I?
Yes.
Yeah, well, I did my homework this time. I promise you. Lead pass. Here's Morelli. He'll fire waffle board stop. Otto. Puck comes back away to the Sabres, working with 40 seconds of Serve-Pro power play time. Puck's taken away now by Panasuk. Chipped up off the wall. Panasuk ended up into the Legacy bench with the puck, and the stop in the play will bring us down to 13-12 to play here in the second period. Hockey game sits at a 2-1 score with Minot High on top on the BNC National Bank scoreboard.
Well, you take special teams, we talk about it. They're important. You're going to have certain guys that you need out there on penalty kill. You want a 30-second shift if you can. Get some fresh guys out there. But when you're in your own zone, you don't take any chances. Unless you have somebody that's got a clear-cut breakaway, you move it to them. But you just want to fire it down hard, rim it off the glass. So if it does get knocked on by a offensive defenseman, it's going to be tough for him to get that puck out of the air. But don't give him anything easy.
Centered on front, shot on Keller. He'll hang on to it, buckle up tight. Uh-oh, we got ourselves a Donnybrook now brewing in front of the Magi net. We talked about the rivalry that is developing between Legacy and Bismarck, and the 9th all-time matchup between these two programs. Minot holding the 5-win to 3-loss advantage in the all-time series through the 8 games that have been played. That rivalry for Minot High and their biggest ever was Bismarck High, and the program for the Demons is down just a bit over the last few years, and Legacy really kind of filled that void in a hurry, didn't they?
Just going to say, they kind of just filled in. I think you had some players that moved over from they had the culture of the high program moving over to into the Legacy program. And either way, it's intense. That's the way those games are. It doesn't matter what Bismarck team is playing. If Minot plays them any sport, you know, you're 90 minutes away. It usually makes for a pretty exciting game.
We get to see it tomorrow in high school basketball. Girls and boys will play tomorrow at Magic City Campus Gymnasium, 6 and 7:45. The game times tomorrow. I'll be on the call with Tony Mueller for both those showdowns. Minot goes to full strength. They kill off the Serve-Pro power play. just for a quick moment, going back to that last sequence of the rough stuff where the quote-unquote Donnybrook was about to break out there, Matt. You got to love to have the officials lift Rig and Minot on the ice. No penalties were handed out or awarded after that scrum. They just let them be.
Which is good. You know, they got a couple, I think you got coincidentals here, but that's what the good referees will do. They maybe a little older level helps, but if there's not punches thrown, just let it go. Okay, if both sides kind of get a little shove here and there, I'd say that's even. But you know, when you call the obvious, there doesn't need to be penalties after every whistle. If there's a scrum, just say you keep it up, you're going in the box. Tell them when they get on you, you stop, move on, let's face off and let's play.
Well, and I'm not an official, but I've seen enough hockey games in my day to see exactly what the thought process is. Dennis Minot on the very next play here with a little bit more of a scrum developing, takes two of them off and settles it down a bit. Here's a drive on goal from Cope and a stick save from Otto.
Nice save, good low save. You're right, but you're right. Like you talked about the officials, most of them are, I mean, they got a tough job to do it too. Nobody, it's not like everybody says, hey, I want to be a ref. It looks really easy. It's not that easy. You know, any sport, you got fans on you, coaches on you. That's a lot of pressure. And a lot of these guys, they're young officials. It's a lot of pressure on these guys.
Yeah, no thanks. And not to mention hockey, the one sport where they're wearing shin pads. Most of them probably not wearing elbow pads. I mean, you're getting dinged up pretty good being a hockey official. There's no doubt about that. Big thanks to all those guys that do that job. Deal's going to hold it in. Takes it off the near side half boards. L down to the corner, tried to feed Thompson. Comes away to Cope on the far side, but it escapes the Minot High offensive zone. It's rushed off forward, down into offensive territory off of Harrison Johnson. Deal went back in after it. Frees it now to Pakaluk. Got it away now to L. L tried to sweep it off ahead through the zone, but it's taken and dumped right back in by Harrison Johnson. Back behind the Minot High goal there for Deal. Got it to Pakaluk. Pakaluk hit hard on the play, and the puck's freed now for Thompson, who bumps it back over to Deal. One of the captains for the Magi now saucers it forward off to L. L brings it up to center, leads it off here to Thompson. Cross corner dump and goes off for a change for the Magi. As this puck's going to be sent back up to the line. Minot High might have gotten away with too many skaters on the ice potentially as the puck comes back down underneath the Legacy goal.
It was close. It was close.
At the point, fired in from Deal, went just wide. Freed out to center. Here comes Brody Berger with it. Rutlick takes it away, and now Rutlick turns the motor on. Magi have a 2-on-1. Rutlick in. He's got Strand with him, fanned on it. Rutlick goes back underneath, back to Strand. Surveyed out front, off to Bentz. Nice defensive job getting a stick in the way of that opportunity for the Sabres was number 16, Ben Garley. Puck comes back away on the near side wall. Strand will turn it on again. 3-on-2 from out high into the offensive zone. Another nice defensive stick on puck on the near side from Cooper Schwann. Minot's got it back. Bentz fired it out front. Nobody there. Now a 2-on-1 the other way. It's like a pond hockey game in this WDA affair, but it's Earhart that's back to retrieve and to take it away. Got it up to Strand. Back into Minot High offensive territory. Fired away into the far side wall. Handled now by Bentz. Bentz hits the brakes. Surveys, trying to go back door to Earhart. That was a nice play design, but it's taken and launched out by the Sabres. Icing is the call with 10 on the dot to play in the second.
One thing, if you're both these teams, mine there just in that last shift, I can't think of who, but if you're going to pinch, like if you're going to step up and try to intercept a pass, you have to have that puck. You got to knock it down, glove it. I don't care what you do, but you better get that puck because you miss it, you fumble it, it's a 2-on-1 going the other way for Legacy.
Off the draw, tied up in the circle, comes to Panasuk. Panasuk.
Oh, just shoot that thing right in the slot. Getting too fancy.
Comes back away here to the near wing for Isaac Jerome, who's got it off the near side wall, back to the point, fired in. Blocker stopped there from Devin Keller. Now the Magi lead it off ahead, intended for Morelli, too far in front of him, and we've got an icing that's brought to you by Planet Pizza. Proudly serving the Magic City for over 25 years, it's Planet Pizza. Try the Blue Buffalo or the plain cheese. And if you need an event space for a party, a get-together, or a reunion, you name it, Planet Pizza has it for you, along with the largest laser tag playground in the region. It's Planet Pizza. 701-852-1700. They will deliver tonight too, by the way. Richardson fires it out. Schmeichel out of the zone at Wint, and on the retrieve it's Jerome. Jerome got it off far side. Caleb Johnson. Keller out of the net to play it for Richardson. Shuffled back now to Lemon. Hard up off the glass, right back to center. And regrouping are the Sabres now as the Magi will take it away with Schmeichel. Tried to go to Morelli on the near side. Right back in comes Isaac Jerome. Now Morelli into offensive territory. Here's Mac Morelli, one of the top players in the state, had the stick knocked out of his hands. Puck comes back underneath the goal line. It's going to be poked free to the far side. Lemon on the retrieve, puts it up off the Minot high bench. Magi need to touch up on the odd sides. They do now, but Legacy will clear it down.
Sorry, it should have been a whistle. Hit somebody in the bench.
Puck comes away to the far wing. Lemon on the retrieve. One-on-one drill on the far side with Logan Kennison. Back underneath the net now. The scrum continues for the puck with 8:35 ticking down here in the second. Puck's at the point. Fired just wide. Comes away now to Panasuk. Panasuk will move it on forward up to center ice for Mackley Morelli. Morelli tried to dish off Panasuk. Hard shot right in on goal. And the stop is made from the Legacy netminder as Otto goes down and hangs on to it.
There's nothing wrong with that shot. Just as long as you hit your, there's nothing wrong with taking shots from tough angles for either team. Just you got to be on net. You miss the net, it's a breakout for the other team. But either way, Legacy's got to they've got to start getting a little more aggressive, putting things on net. Greasy, something get in front, goes off your shin pad, deflections. They've got to get something. They've only had 2 shots this period.
Off the draw, puck is going to be handled here by the Sabres. Up to center, Deal tried to send it back into the zone where it's going to come back onto the tape for Harrison Johnson, who got it over to the D-man Joel Anderson. Back into Minot high territory. It is the second period, by the way, taking that digital scoring right off the score hub here at the VFW Sports Center in Bismarck. It is the second, not the first if you're just watching, or if you're just tuning in, rather. Puck comes back away at the line. Here's a drive on goal, and the stop is made as Otto went down onto the pillows. He'll hang on to it. Good tilt here tonight, without a doubt, isn't it?
It's back and forth. I mean, that's what you want. There's been a lot of offense, but somebody's got to, like you said, I think mine kind of settled in a little bit. Legacy probably needs to get back to that style they played that first 10 minutes of the first period where they were banging. Mine didn't really have an answer for it.
Puck comes away to the Sabres. Now it's going to be the Magi's bench at center who takes it away. Strand's going to have to regroup for Minot High School. Over to Marsland with a backhand. Marsland dumps it in. Puck lays free underneath the goal. Goes away to the far side wall. Mitchell trying to clear. Oh, he's dumped on the play by Rutlick. Well, there hasn't been a lack of physicality in this hockey game by any means. There's another hit entering the zone. Puck is freed for Bentz now. Fancy move out front. Oh, backhand and a stop there from Otto. A big one.
Oh, real good save.
Underneath the goal now. Puck is going to be tied up in deep. Legacy's got a 2-on-1 up to center. Out of the zone they come. Isaac Jerome's going to carry in. Jerome, backhander, tried to flip it up top, and he sent it wide. Puck comes back away down to the Magi. Into offensive territory for Strand. Tried to shuffle it back to the D-man Marsland, and Marsland will have to go all the way back into his own territory to retrieve. Bumps it to his partner Earhart. Up to center, off of Strand. It was tipped there, and it comes all the way down behind Otto. Game has smoothed out just a bit here in the second period, hasn't it?
A little bit. I still think there's times where there's not a lot of communication. We don't hear it, unless you do. I don't, where it just simplifies the game. Some guys do it, some don't. It's important because guys don't know who's around, what's behind him. If they have time, like right there, he probably had time. Legacy guy probably had time to skate it a little bit, flip it out instead of going for an icing. Now you got an offensive face-off for Minot.
Off that offensive draw in the offensive zone for Minot High School. Comes away to Richardson. Fired on. Otto goes down onto the pillows. He'll hang on to it. Otto getting a workout here tonight, Matt. Shot number 17 of the hockey game. And that save Number 15 for the Legacy netminder, the senior that's got a .227 goals against average and an .896 save percentage. The young man from Legacy has been good here in this hockey game.
Solid all night right now.
Comes away now to Panasuk. Panasuk fires off the blocker of Otto. Scoring recap and the rewind of this hockey game brought to you by DriveRyan.com. Strom for Legacy scored first. Then it was Morelli tying it in the first period. In the second, it was Tegan Strand for Morelli on the power play. And that's the only three to report in the hockey game, with Minot leading 2-1 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. From offensive territory, the Sabres dump it down. They're going to go off for a change, giving Minot some breathing room. And the Magi carrying up ahead here with Mac Morelli into the zone. The All-Stater surveys here. Tried to go back to the point. He did to Richardson. He swept it off ahead. Now Morelli's going to get it. Tried for the move to get around the D-man, Gavin Mitzel there. As the puck's going to be taken all the way back into offensive territory here for the Sabres. Out of the backhand, then the forehand. The shot on goal came there, and Keller shut the door. Big hit at neutral ice as Panasuk was dumped. Puck's free by the Sabres again. They dump it down underneath the Minot high goal. This comes down for an icing, and the Magi might have dodged a bullet on that play.
For sure. Minot's got to do a better job of their changes. They're going off the ice when the puck's not even down in the corner. You guys got to be they got to be smarter than that. You're letting Legacy have an opportunity for almost a 2-on-1. If they wouldn't have iced the puck there, that would have been an easy 2-on-1 for Legacy. They've got to be a little bit smarter on when you're coming off the ice.
Off the draw right in front of us here at the press box. Comes up from L. Rolling puck was sent out of the zone, and it comes back away down a deal. Sabres with possession. L causing trouble with that breakout attempt here for Legacy, as it's going to be taken away to the far side wing. L will hold it in for the Magi once again. Got it over to Thompson. Tried to feed it back door over to Cope. Cope will hold the zone again. Legacy fans start to come alive here at the VFW Sports Center. Not a giant crowd by any means, but certainly not silent inside the VFW here tonight, as the puck's handled by the Sabres again. Working across the center slot. Right to the room goes 21, Cooper Schwann. Hopefully he's going to be okay, as the Sabre forward goes off to see sports medicine, as this game has been physical, and it's only continuing to elevate in that category here tonight. Hudson Cope back off to Deal. Back behind the net. Deal worked it up to L. Fancy move from L, and he'll carry it in. Back over to Cope. Trying to get the shot off. Run into on the play. Now it's taken here again by Gavin Mitzel. Sorry, make that Strom rather. Down. He fires and scores. We're tied at 2 as Strom's got his second of the game.
It's just a good individual effort. Poor defensive play on Minot's part. You're letting one guy beat 3 guys. If you don't get the puck deep in the offensive zone, that's what it leads to. Minot had a turnover. Top of the circle, a little higher. Goes the other way. Good effort by Legacy player. He just outworked him.
Strom's second of the game, third of the season. We've got ourselves a hockey game tonight here at the VFW Sports Center. Conversation at center ice with the officials, maybe just on who the credit on the goal would go to. We'll listen to Dan Durkee to get the assists on the play, but it was Strom that carried it down and went to the top shelf to beat Devin Keller to tie it at deuces. Here's Dan Durkee.
Number 18, Brady Strom. Time to goal 13-22. Unassisted.
Strom unassisted on the play.
Great effort.
Up into the Minot high bench it goes off of Finley Benson. A stop of the play that's brought to you by Prestwich Orthodontics. 0% financing and free consultations online or in the office at Prestwich Orthodontics. Tonight's game also brought to you by Mason Kramer Photography, game action shots, senior portraits. Mason Kramer in the Magic City. Find him online, masonkramerphotography.com. And the PSP tournament photographer, Mr. Tyler Hagan, TylerHaganPhotography.com. We can't thank both those gentlemen enough for what they do to promote our mission of promoting local athletes. Rutlick trying to go back on front to Strand. It's going to be taken and fired up to center now, however. Minot's got it back here. This is a 3-on-2 into the zone. Taken by DeShaw, feeds it over now to Rutlick. Rutlick fires, sent it wide on the blocker side. Bentz up top with the puck, makes the move. Now another Finley Bentz wheeling and dealing, trying to get it back over to Rutlick. Back to the point it comes. Earhart fires up into the catching mitt. And the stop is made, and the play comes to an end with 2:40 left here in the second. Tied at 2 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Our key to the game tonight for the Magi and the Northern Plains Heating and Air keys to the game segment tonight was physicality in this hockey game. It's fair to say Legacy's matched that effort tonight, haven't they?
It's been back and forth. Yeah, it's been physical on both sides. I think in Minot they've passed up some shooting opportunities. You get in the slot. You don't have to be fancy. You just got to put it on net. Let somebody crash the net for a rebound. That's really what you want to see.
Here's Morelli up to center. He's hit on the play. Ridden off the puck by Gavin Mitzel, and back the other way come the Sabres now. They turn and burn into the Magi zone, but it's Lemon that took it away. Came right back onto the tape for Carter Manson. Oh, it's sent out in front of the cage off the back of Keller. Legacy takes the lead back.
Hard to see what happened from way up here.
Watching back on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay. We'll take one more look at it. DriveRyan.com. Again, browse their massive inventory online. The puck was fired off. It went off of Richardson, caromed off the end wall mat, and came in off the back of Keller into the net. And it's 3-2. Legacy on top of the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Well, Minot High is in unfamiliar territory now, trailing by a goal. Let's listen in.
Number 32, Carter Madison. Top goal, 1448, unassisted.
Madison unassisted on the tally. On the season, that is goal number 2, point number 2 for Madison. Off the draw, puck comes to Panasuk, fires off there. Comes away down to Morelli underneath the net. Morelli's got it back behind the cage, trying to tuck it in. Side of the cage, Panasuk scrubbing for it. Goal light does not come on. Otto gets mauled just a bit in the goal paint. Magi were like sharks in the water, but Tristan Otto shuts the door and says no.
Well, tough. You just see what happens sometimes when you misplay the puck or it takes a bad hop, and it does. The puck does funny things sometimes. You got to be ready. It's hard to tell. We couldn't really get a good look at what happened, but it takes funny bounces. You have to be sharp. You never know. Just the way it is sometimes.
Richardson will fire and hit traffic out in front, up into the protective mesh.
Yeah, take that shot in the slot. You're right in the top of the circle. That one, you got a second. Take a shot.
Off the draw, Schmeichel did just that. It was blocked and knocked down and escapes the zone. Richardson back on the retrieve. Minute 40 to play in the second. 1-1 at the end of one here tonight. It's 3-2 now at the late portion of the second, with Legacy on top of Minot High School. Magi come in unblemished at 5-0. 4-0 inside the WDA, and Legacy giving them everything and more that they can handle here in this hockey game, as the Sabres will move it back up to center. Pakaluk back on the retrieve in his own territory, hits the brakes, and now shuffles it out to neutral where Panasuk dropped it off for Schmeichel. Oh, Schmeichel's pasted. Comes back away to Morelli. He'll fire it. It goes up and out of play. Hitting has been on display in this hockey game tonight. Wants to stand up hit at the blue line coming here on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay.
Well, they're not going to give you the blue line easy. If you don't have your head up, you're going to get popped. I mean, that's the game. It's physical. It's a full contact sport. This isn't basketball. You can drill guys. You keep your shoulder down, elbows down. That's what you want. You want hard hitting action.
old school affair tonight, if you will. Strand has it here. Strand across the line, knocked down by the glove and fired out to center now where Kennison has it. Right back in comes Rutlick. Rutlick will fire, sent it wide. Strand right back out front. Otto makes a point-blank save. Now another puck comes away to the near wing. All the way back up to the stripe as it's taken by Deal. Held in far point, Pakaluk. Tristan Otto coming up big in this hockey game with back-to-back saves for the Sabres. It could have been 3-3, but the Legacy netminder with a couple of his best of the hockey game.
Oh, you don't, doesn't matter how you do it. Just keep it out of the net. Keep everything in the corner. Your Legacy, just keep the shots on the outside of the perimeter. That won't hurt you. Goalie should be making 98% of those saves. It's in the slot and in front, but anything outside, most goalies should save those.
Off the draw. Strand's going to get kicked out of the circle here. Rutlick will have to come back in to take the draws. He goes in against Caleb Johnson. That's the other thing about Dan Durkee when he's on the PA. He's playing the tunes as well, and you know you're going to get a good list from him, don't you?
For sure. Boy, Minot's sure having a tough time with these outnumbered chances. I really don't know what they're thinking. Their pinching is not the way Coach Willard wants to see.
Morelli up to Rutlick into the zone. Final 14 seconds of the period. Rutlick shuffles it back behind the net. Rutlick tried to feed it out front. Back to Morelli at the line. Tipped out in front, went wide. 4 seconds, now 3. This puck will come all the way down. Will we have an icing to end the period? No, there's 0.7 seconds left in the second. The faceoff will come back down into Legacy territory. Does Minot High pull Keller for the extra attacker here in the final chance? It's going to have to come right off the draw.
Could. I mean, it's not enough time to go around the other end and score.
Morelli tried to fire at the horn. Swept aside. Face-off by Harrison Johnson. Swept to the corner. Well, I don't know what your plans are for the rest of the night, but I wouldn't be leaving the TV just yet. We've got ourselves a barn burner brewing here at the VFW Sports Center in Bismarck. Legacy leading Minot High School 3-2 at the end of 2 periods of play on the BNC National Bank scoreboard.
We often think of frontiers as pages in a history book, a time gone by. But even in this modern world, there are new frontiers to conquer. Whether you're tending the land to grow a better tomorrow or growing a business for new opportunities, the work you do powers the world. Exploring the frontier means stepping forward, shaping the future for yourself and for those around you. First International Bank and Trust, helping you live first, one step at a time.
For decades, Nodak Insurance Company has been serving our state's residents in good times and challenging times. We come together for the greater good, from simple acts of kindness to company-wide efforts that make a difference in our community. It's who we are, rooted in North Dakota and ready to serve when it matters most. Nodak Insurance Company, agents with answers.
Darren Johnson, Cody Olson, and Scott Wilkins, your agents with answers in Mandan.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.
The foundation of the financial planning approach at Legacy Financial Partners is a personal relationship. Our unique and collaborative approach to financial planning starts with your dreams, not just the numbers. We will work with you regularly to take action to update your plan as your needs evolve, recommending products and services that are right for your situation.
When facing disaster, it's not just the things we lose, but the memories. But there's hope. ServPro, with decades of experience in Minot and Bismarck, is always ready. Our certified professionals don't just restore homes, they rebuild lives. Because to us, you're not just a client, you're family.
Shields Visa is more than just a card. It's the freedom to go. It's a gateway to explore and do more of what you love. Imagine where the Shields Visa can take you. So join us in discovering endless possibilities. Shields Visa. Together, we've got this.
Meet Gary. Gary is an ordinary guy, but right now Gary has car trouble. Gary doesn't know about magic towing. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing. We are here to help 24/7. Magic Towing in Western North Dakota. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing.
Well, we've got ourselves a hockey game tonight here at the VFW Sports Center in Bismarck. 3-2, Sabres on top at the end of 2 periods played. Welcome into our second intermission report. Intermission report brought to you by our good friends at Magic Towing. You blow it, we tow it. Put this number in your phone now. You'll be glad that you did. 701-509-4011. It's Magic Towing bringing you the intermission. It's been a back and forth affair tonight between Legacy and Minot High School. It's been a good one. Nick Holberg, Matt Morelli on the call. Game reset looks like this. It was Strom's third of the year from Harrison Johnson, making it 1-0 in the first. Then Minot got awarded their first power play, and it was Mackley Morelli's fifth goal of the year, 16th point of his campaign. He was assisted by Deal. That's where we ended the first at 1-1. Then it was Deal and Morelli that set up Strand early in the second on the power play. Minot took the 2-1 lead. Then it was Strom's third of the year, second of the game unassisted. Then Madsen's second of the year unassisted to give Legacy the lead back after they tied it up. 3-2 is the score on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Game rewind and recap brought to you by DriveRyan.com. Browse our massive inventory online. DriveRyan.com. How about that play from Strom to start things off? Some hits of this highlight package here today. There's one of them over on the far side wall. That was a good one. This is first period action. Deal's going to get it back to Morelli here and watch him snipe to the top shelf. Off the bar and in. Back Morelli. That's a next level shot right there, folks. And Morelli tied the game at 1. Skipping ahead of the highlights here. Not exactly sure what happened there in the highlight package. We do apologize, but there's Schmeichel getting drilled at the line. Here's this Legacy goal to give them the 3-2 lead. That shot was fired in. It ended up coming off the tape of Madsen, hit Richardson. Went back behind the net, carried off the end boards and went in to the goal. This is the fancy one right there from Strom, his second of the game, putting it to the top shelf. Tying the game at 2 aside. And here's the Minot High goal. Another hit first before the next Minot High goal. Here's the Minot High goal, just 7 seconds in, 6, 8, 10 seconds on the dot, 11 seconds on the dot into the second for the Magi at Strand. There's your game reset and game rewind brought to you by our friends at driveryan.com. Browse our massive inventory online. driveryan.com. Locations in Minot and Williston. What does it look like on paper? Well, here it is. Shots are 21-12. 19 saves to 9. The Magi power play 2 for 2 in the hockey game here tonight. That's been an X factor without a doubt. Been a good tilt back and forth here tonight on the PSP Network. Third period comes up next. I wouldn't go anywhere just yet. Final 17 minutes of this one should be good here tonight at the VFW Sports Center in Bismarck.
Mike slices your sub right in front of you, see? The slicer, the meat and cheese, it has a rhythm.
This is the rhythm of the slice. The slice. Oh yeah. The rhythm of the slice. This is the rhythm of the slice. The slice. Oh yeah.
Order for Danny? Sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
Nobody thinks about personal injury until it happens. But when injury strikes, so will your bills and the turmoil and everything you'll miss out on. It's a mess and you need someone to help it all make sense. That someone is Schweigert, Clemene, and McBride. We know the territory and the process, and we work smart and hard to get you results. It's easier to get back to normal knowing there's a team behind you. We're the ones the other side doesn't want you to call. We're on your side. We're Schweigert, Clemene, and McBride.
Can you remember the last time you were certain that your bank had your back or would go the extra mile to give you the service and attention you need? Partnering with the right community bank can make all the difference. We like to think of a community bank as one that supports its local community. You need to know that whatever your financial future holds, your bank will be there to provide practical support. As a community bank, BNC National Bank will be there for whatever you need in the long haul. Reach out to our team today to learn more about how we're able to help you succeed. Member FDIC.
You worked hard, saved well, and invested wisely. Whether it's paying for a child's education, taking the family trip you've dreamed of, giving back to the community, or funding a confident retirement, we can help you reach your goals. We are passionate about helping you make smart decisions about your spending and saving so you can feel confident about the future while enjoying life today. Together, we can design a personalized plan that takes into account your short and long-term needs and wants, but is flexible enough to adjust as your life changes.
In times of loss, ServPro brings hope. With expertise in Minot and Bismarck, we don't just restore homes, we rebuild lives.
Nobody thinks about personal injury until it happens. But when injury strikes, so will your bills and the turmoil and everything you'll miss out on. It's a mess and you need someone to help it all make sense. That someone is Schweigert, Clemene, and McBride. We know the territory and the process, and we work smart and hard to get you results. It's easier to get back to normal knowing there's a team behind you. We're the ones the other side doesn't want you to call. We're on your side. We're Schweigert, Clemene, and McBride.
Banking is some of the most important things in your life, and banking at the right bank is very important. We're really proud of our bank because we have great people, and our people are what make our bank go. We always want to treat our customers right and do the best job we can for them, and try to do things to help make our communities better.
those who dream big. Ackerman Estvold is here with the latest tools and innovations to design smart. Our team of architects and engineers carefully plan every step of construction, making it possible to build bold. And most importantly, we know how valuable it is to give back, ensuring our communities continue to thrive for generations to come. That's Ackerman Estvold.
For decades, Nodak Insurance Company has been serving our state's residents in good times and challenging times. We come together for the greater good, from simple acts of kindness to company-wide efforts that make a difference in our community. It's who we are, rooted in North Dakota and ready to serve when it matters most. Nodak Insurance Company, agents with answers.
Darren Johnson, Cody Olson, and Scott Wilkins, your agents with answers in Mandan.
Magic City Home Leisure is excited to introduce the fabulous edition of the Master Spas line, including the phenomenal Michael Phelps Swim Spas. Enjoy the relaxing health benefits and enjoy 0% financing up to 72 months or up to $5,000 off on all spas. You'll also find $2,000 off the MSRP on all pools, swim spas, and saunas. Come see for yourself the outstanding lineup of Master Spas, including the Michael Phelps Swim Spas, exclusively at Magic City Home Leisure.
While we put a cap on the Magic Towing intermission report, Magic Towing, you blow it, we tow it. Put this number in your phone now, 701-509-4011. Magic Towing, proud to bring you North Dakota High School Athletics on the PSP Network. Well, you look at the WDA standings and what is in store for this game here tonight. East and West region standings on your screen right here. Jamestown unbeaten till earlier this week. 4-0-1 now are the Blue Jays. They come to Minot on Saturday to take on Minot High at 3 o'clock. We'll have that game for you on the PSP Network. Minot's the only team inside of the WDA without a blemish on their record. Can they find a way to come back tonight against a 3-1 Legacy team? And Legacy, as mentioned in our pregame show here tonight, they're a team that I would have to think is going to be in the conversation at the front of the list to get back to the state tournament, trying to make it 4 for 4 in program history. Obviously, tonight doesn't really affect that much. However, these wins in the regular season and trying to be at the top of the list, it's an easier route in the tournament if you can be inside that top 4 with the home ice advantage in the tournament and such. If you're just joining us, Minot High is in maroon. Legacy is in white. Nick Holberg and Matt Morelli on the call here tonight. Time for the third. We're officially underway for it as the puck's dumped down underneath the net, where in after it now is Deal. Goes over to the far side, held in at the line. Schmeichel's got possession here. Schmeichel will carry up to center, chips it off the wall on the near side wing. Fired back away down to the Sabres. They push up to neutral and back into Minot High territory, back behind Devin Keller. Pakaluk on the retrieve. Got it over here to Aiden Deal. Sent it up now to Panasuk. Now Morelli tried to turn the burners on. Got it to Pakaluk. Sent it back door on the doorstep with Schmeichel. Couldn't reel it in.
Oh boy, gotta take that shot sometimes. We got guys who can shoot the puck, but Maya's gotta start firing the puck a little bit more.
Down it comes. Will this be an icing? It will. Icing brought to you on this play by our friends at Minot State University. Be seen, be heard, be you. More than 96% of recent college grads are either employed or continuing their education at Minot State University. Well, Legacy, a team that has been outshot on the season by their opponents, 220 to 155. It's 31 shots against compared to the 22 that they're getting a night. It's a different storyline for the Magi. Off the draw, puck comes to Rutlick. They fire and score. The Magi tie this hockey game at 3 aside.
Well, you said you wanted some drama earlier, so I mean here we are, tied up early in the third. And it's not like either team has made done anything really bad, but you talk about turnovers, playing your own zone. That's the play those are plays that make the difference in big games.
Assist to number 22, Tegan Strand. Time of the goal.
Rutlick from Strand. Rutlick's team high, 9th of the year. We do apologize. We know we missed that goal on the screen. Son of a gun, we do apologize. That's my fault, by the way. Puck comes back away now to the Sabres here in the offensive territories. They dump down. Comes back away to Lemon. Pushed up to center. Magi right back in. 3-on-2. Rutlick dropped it back. Strand, center slot. Fires. Knocked down. Nice defensive stick work there as it's going to be pushed back up into the neutral ice zone. Sabres have a chance on the 3-on-2 back in. Off the far side wing. Back away with it. Center slot. McKay will just work this one down into the corner where it comes to Riccicini. Reverses it back to his partner Marsland. And now Marsland will wheel it up to center. Comes off to Tegan Strand. Strand lost a handle on it. Right back in come the Sabres. They carry down. Trying to fire out front. Puck comes into the hands on the near side for Straub. He wants a hat trick in this hockey game. He's got a chance at it. He's got 2 in the contest here for Legacy tonight in this 3-3 BNC National Bank scoreboard tilt. Comes way down to Rutlick. He'll fire on goal. And the stop is made again by Tristan Otto, who has been pretty solid in this hockey game, Matt, if you ask me.
Yeah, it's been good on both sides. I mean, he's obviously faced a lot more shots, but when these teams, we talk about turnovers, neutral zone is not where you want to be turning the puck over. If you don't have a play, chip it in the corner. You're not going to beat 2 or 3 guys. Minus turning the puck over at the offensive blue line, you're gonna get burned eventually. And this Legacy's had some nice opportunities coming off a rush of a Minot turnover. Those are just certain things you just can't do.
Magi with possession down and deep. This is Hagenau that had it, freed it off to Coleman. Coleman back in. Sabres retain possession now on the near side wall. Into offensive territory now for Isaac Jerome. Puck's going to be freed here by Pakaluk, and Pakaluk starts the motor into offensive territory where he dumps it down. 3 minutes have been played in this third period. 3 lead changes in the hockey game, and we're tied once again at 3 aside as the puck comes back away on the near side wall. Magi have it back. Hagenau got it back over to Schmeichel. Schmeichel tried to feed it off to Morelli. Then Deal tries to hold it in. Scrum for the puck has worked free. This is a delayed offsides on Legacy. They need to touch up here. They get charged with the offsides call now. The faceoff comes to neutral.
Almost looked like an icing, but you're right. Delayed offsides. A lot of times the linesman will scream at him saying, you know, offsides, you got to get out. But sometimes those guys don't. They just don't hear that.
VFW Sports Center in Bismarck, unique in the sense that the player benches and the penalty box are all on the same side of the ice surface, which makes things a little bit more interesting from time to time, especially in the second period of play where you've got the long change, if you will. Here's Panasuk into the zone with it. Panasuk sent it back up top, Morelli. Now Morelli down to the corner, surveys, sent it back out in front of the net. Nobody home for the Magi, and Deals on the retrieve back where he went to Pakaluk. Deal to Pakaluk. They play catch with it. Goes off for Morelli. Now to Panasuk. Back to Morelli. Dishes off to Panasuk again. Underneath the net, coming away with it, Schmeichel. Trying to go back to Panasuk. Behind him, it's taken here by the Sabres. They go off the glass with Joel Anderson and up into the Legacy bench, and a stop in the play here with 12:55 to play in regulation. We're tied at 3.
Good break for Minot there. Stays inside the offensive zone for Minot. Sometimes you're under pressure like that. You'll take any whistle you can, but that's probably not what Legacy wanted there. You want to chip it out, even if it's an icing, and get the right guys out there.
3 years of program history for Legacy. They've got themselves a region title. They won that back in 2023. It's interesting to look at the landscape of the history books in the WDA and that region tournament. Last time Minot won one of those was 2006. Then it was Century and Bismarck High every year until 2022, where Jamestown had a WDA championship. Then Legacy got one, and guess who last year? It was Dickinson that defeated Minot High School in the WDA championship bout. 12:20 to play in the third. Offsides the call here. The faceoff will come back to the neutral ice territory.
Kind of nice when it rotates between, Northwest Region Tournament. I mean, it's always fun coming down here, but it's always nice sometimes we stay at home and you guys can sleep in their own beds and get the Minot crowd like that behind you.
Last week after the Century game, the business meeting the following day. Guess where I ate lunch the next day down in Bismarck? The Red Lobster.
Wow. That's cool. You're going old school.
Old school, and it was good, man. I'm telling you. You ever had those biscuits there?
I was just going to say,
yeah.
Have you ever had that bread?
Yeah, a couple. I had to ask the guy how many were in that little basket you brought. Here come the Magi back in. Comes away now.
Did you ask him, is there a limit?
There wasn't. They even sent a bag home with us. It was fantastic. Offensive territory comes down for the Sabres. Away back to Earhart. Legacy fans wanted a call. They're going to let them play tonight when you've got Lifrig and Dennis Bonneau officiating the game. We know that for sure as Deshaw shuffles it off on the near side wall, trying to escape the zone now for the Magi as Finley Bentz. He's hounded heavily here on the near side by Carter Madison, who's got a goal in this game.
You got to make a play quicker than that. You're in your own zone. You got to chip it out. If you're going to be fancy, do it in the offensive zone.
The shot tried to clear it out, taken away by the Sabres. Shot on goal, and the stop is made from Keller. Earhart scrums for it in the corner. Legacy with some pressure now as the puck goes to the side of the net. Freed off the wall, odd angle shot, stick save Keller again. Back behind the net now, working away to the near side. Joel Anderson back to the far, sends it out front. Oh, what a save, Keller. Comes back away down to Deshaw. He's going to try to clear it on out of there. He will. And Deshawn gets a much-needed icing for the Magi as the Magicians found themselves with a chance to escape the zone, but Legacy's forecheck really has been tough to compete with tonight.
I think Minot got a little lucky there. They were scrambling. Legacy was all over with the pressure, and Minot's got to, we talk about defensive zone play. You can't run around. There's too many guys watching the puck. You got to find a guy and stay with him.
Off the drop, puck comes back away to Pakaluk. This puck comes all the way down. We'll have another icing on the play. That icing brought to you by Magic City Home Leisure. I think Santa Claus can get a hot tub down the chimney. That's probably tough task to ask.
Yeah, it might be. It's a good, good thought though.
Yeah, you might just have to go pick one up yourself at Magic City Home Leisure. 5 out of 5 rating on Google. They've got over 200 reviews. That gives you everything you need to know about Magic City Home Leisure, the process that they have in place to take care of their customers. Find them on South Broadway in the Magic City. They bring you the move of the game here tonight. Puck comes away down to Deal. He fires up to neutral ice where it's going to go into the hands. Back to Deal. Into the zone comes Coleman. Coleman underneath the net. Freed by the Sabres. Push back up to neutral. Bouncing puck. Gone over the tape of Deal, but he somehow tracks it back down. Hagenau's got a big hit on the far side wall. Comes back away into the hands here of Coleman, trying to move it into the Legacy D zone, but it's taken by the Sabres, and they push it into Minot High territory. Teeter-totter affair back and forth here in the third. Under 10 to play in regulation. Winner of this game gets 3 points here tonight in the showdown. Of course, if overtime or an extra session is needed, winner would get 2 points. Loser will escape with a point here tonight. Will we need extra minutes in this 3-3 hockey game with 9.5 to play? Deal over on the far side. Chipped off ahead. Trying to bump it out of the zone are the Sabres. Back up to Deal at center ice, and Deal moves it back over now to Panasuk. Got it to Schmeichel, who's in. Schmeichel works into Gretzky's office. Takes a look here. Sent it out front, trying to feed Panasuk. Missed him. Sabres will carry back into Minot High territory. This is McKay. Oh, big cross check off the chin of Lemon. That was right in front of us. That did not feel good for Chase Lemon, I tell you what.
I think the refs missed a call on that one. That was an elbow right in the face.
Puck comes back away to the near side. Sent to the far. Richardson back on the retrieve. Lemon there to pick it up for it. Now Lemon tries to move it up to center. He does. Panasuk's into the zone. He's got Morelli with him. Now Morelli trying to drop it back. He does. Rutlick in. Rutlick trying to go to the backhand. Ran into the lane that was occupied by Mitzel. And it's going to be taken back to the point. Richardson sends it across the blue line. Nobody home for the Magi. And the other direction now, Cooper Schwann sends it in. Out of the net to play it was Keller. Bumped back here by Richardson. Back over to Lemon. Lemon goes up to center, feeds it off. Finley Benz has the motor on. Benz sends it out front. Oh, couldn't connect with Strand.
Oh, boy, you got to be ready for him.
Strand got it back to Marsland now, and Marsland handles here. He'll fire on goal. Otto will make the save, and he hangs on to it. Under 8 to play in the third. We've got ourselves a hockey game at the VFW Sports Center. Early in the season, some of those things on both sides starting to iron themselves out, but the big topic of conversation on plays like that, Matt, you go out east and it just won't work for you. You'll get lit up out east if you're not ready in those situations.
You want to tune your game up so when you do play those solid teams out there down the road, you're ready for that. You can equal to their game because Eastern teams are just, there's no easy opponents out there.
Far side wall taken by the Sabres up to center. Marsland had it for just a moment. Rutlick has the hit that frees the puck. And it's taken by Legacy and dumped into Minot High's end from Harrison Johnson down on the icing call.
Might have got a break on that play there. They're looking for that rush, and Minot's got to watch it. They're stepping up, it seems like, at the wrong times. If you're going to step up, you got to be 100% sure you're going to get the body or the puck, but you can't go 0 for 2. You need to have one of them, preferably the puck. But if you're going to have to take somebody with you, if you can't, you don't want to get an interference call either. But
out to center ice, this young man, Braden Strom's got 2 goals in tonight's hockey game. Got it over to Johnson. Now it's Deal that takes it away. Got it to Hagenau, who skates forward with it. Hagenau into the zone. Hagenau ridden off on the play. Back to Deal, who's underneath the net to play it. Back to the point. Pakaluk sent in, tipped out front. Here come the Sabres, but Deal, Pakaluk rather, was there to take it and shuffle it right back in. Under 7 to play in regulation. Puck comes away to the far side. Legacy back out to the neutral ice zone. Lead pass off ahead. Pakaluk back on the retrieve. This is an icing. And all the way down it comes. A stop of the play here with 6:50 to play in this third period.
Well, this is kind of like back and forth. This period, there's been some chances on both sides, but I think these guys are starting to feel a little, time's winding down a little bit. Nobody wants to make a mistake.
Richardson up at the point here. Back to Schmeichel, tried to feed Morelli. Comes back away down to the Sabres, who carry back into Minot High territory. Offsides is the call. Stepping in, Kennison had the puck, but 1 foot over the line was Mason Strom, and the faceoff comes back into the neutral ice territory. Strom got the first goal of the game from Johnson. Minot tied it. It was Morelli from Deal. It was 1-1 at the end of 1. Score was 3-2 at the end of 2. It's because Strand scored on the power play to give the Magi the lead, but then Strom got the point. Madison had a goal. Then it was Ryan Rutlick for Minot High in the third that tied the game here at 3 aside. It's where we stand right now as we come down the stretch. Buck back at the point. Puck's taken here. Morelli far corner. Back Morelli shuffles it away. Comes away to Deal. Sorry, that was Schmeichel rather, and the puck's going to be sent all the way back behind the net of Tristan Otto. 6 on the dot to play in regulation. Sabres to center. This puck touches the tape there of Harrison Johnson. Oh, they say it didn't. It comes all the way down. This will be an icing.
Bad break for Legacy there. Just bouncing puck. You got to, like I said, sometimes those happen, but boy, you just have to get a piece of it. So it's not an icing like that. Now you take the play all the way back down into Legacy's defensive zone, but either way, it's like who's going to buckle first. It's you can't take chances. You don't have a play, just chip it out to the neutral zone.
Off the draw, Sabres have possession, pinching in for the Magi. Shaw moved it down, sent out front. Strand had the one-time opportunity, fanned it. Comes back away down to Mason Strom, who dumps it down into Minot High territory. Deshawn trying to move it off Back to his D partner Marsland, but it's the Sabres that possess it here. Kennison works it back away underneath the goal behind Strand. Deshaw fought for it, fired it free to Marsland. Here come the Magi now. Rutlick to Strand. He's got the motor on into the offensive zone. Strand's going to go down coast to coast, feeds it out front. Bouncing puck loose in front of Otto, and it's going to be swept away. Strand again. Fired it out into the center slot. Minot High trying to hold the zone. They can't. Marsland will take it, regroup it here, and bring it back into his own territory where Deshaw looks ahead up the ice. Now he circles back again, creating real estate. Off to Finley Bentz. Bentz drops it back to Strand. Through the center slot, Marsland holds it in. Fired up off the wall and back at center ice. Now the Magi and Deshaw will just dump it cross corner and give chase. 4.5 to play here in the third. Sabres on their clear attempt. Unable to execute there as it comes back away on the half wall. Marsland looks to hold at the point. He does. Still a scrum forward. Now Deal back on the retrieve. He's got company, but he fights his way free for the puck and sends it up to center. Goes off for Rutlick. Now it's fired forward here by the Sabres. Isaac Jerome and company dump it down back behind Keller. Here's Aiden Deal for the Magi. Trying to move it up now to L. L's going to bring it across center ice. Over to Oliver Thompson. Thompson walks down with it. Thompson wrap around. Oh, and went through the goal paint just wide. Comes back up to Deal at the point. Sends it in. Tipped out in front. Pakaluk sends it underneath the goal line. Minot High buzzing just a bit here in the late portion with 3:40 to play. L up at the point. Got it back over to Deal. Deal's going to send it on in. Went wide back behind Tristan Otto as Thompson's on the retrieve. Thompson shuffles it down back to L, and L works it back up to the point. Across the blue line, now center slot, shuffles it over. Pakaluk fires, goes off the goal stick. And up and out of play here with 3:19 to play in the third period.
Ooh, nice shift there by Minot. Put a little pressure on Legacy. I think Legacy just, good thing that deflected off the goalie up in the back netting, but it's like you gotta play it tight now. You're down to about a little over 3 minutes. Don't take any chance. You don't have a play. Chip in the corner. I mean, get it behind their defenseman. You don't have to be fancy, but put it on net. Get some, maybe get a rebound here. That's a cheap one.
Off the draw for the Sabres. They're going to carry out into the neutralized territory. Oh, big hit there. Richardson laid the body. That didn't feel good on the far side, and limping off goes Carter Madison. Awkward hit into the Legacy wall right in front of their bench. Schmeichel scrumming for the puck, backhands it free, comes right in on goal, then it's swept down into the corner. Morelli goes in after it to give chase. Schmeichel out front. Here's a drive from Panasuk, just could not load it in time. Defensive coverage was there, and it's going to be taken here by the Sabres, who are trying to clear it out of their own end. Minot dominating portions of this third period, especially late in this third period of play. Here's Morelli back in with it, got it to Panasuk. Down into the corner, goes away to the far wing. 2:28 to play in regulation. Richardson at the point. Sends it back out to neutral. It's dumped right back in by Lemon. Minot's got a touch up on sides with 2:17 to play here in the third. Right back in now. Harrison Johnson drops it back here. Johnson to Johnson. Taken away by the Magi, and Earhart on the near wing. Rutlick tries to spin it out of the zone. Comes back to Earhart. Surveys now and has the motor on. Walks over center ice and dumps it down into the corner. The Magi go for a 3-for-5 change as the Sabres start the rush back up into the neutralized territory. Off the near side wing, off the glass. This will be an offsides on Legacy. And a stop in the play with 1:47 left here in the third. Is it time for a timeout possibly on either side?
Well, you have one in the game. Sometimes you want to use it. Just give your guys a rest, even if you don't change the lines, because if this goes to overtime, you get one in overtime as well. So, I mean, sometimes it's good just to calm the nerves of these guys.
Face off outside the neutralized zone. Shots are 27-15, favoring Minot High. We're tied at 3-3 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. BNC.bank locations in North Dakota and Arizona. Find them online For all your personal and business banking needs, it's BNC.bank. That puck flies through the Minot High bench and down the tunnel.
I was going to say, if the backup goalie would have caught that, could that have been a save?
Yeah, you mark it down for sure.
I would. Get on the score sheet.
I had a few of those on the bench in my day, without a doubt.
Got to be on your toes in there.
Unfortunately, like that situation, it buzzed right by him, and you don't want to mark it down as a goal against either, though, Matt.
True.
That's the problem. Sabres with a 2-on-1 back in, firing on. Keller goes down and hangs on to it. Becca McKay looking for his 4th of the year, and Devin Keller equal to the challenge.
What you do? Come out, Keller. Come out and cut the angle down. Don't give him anything easy. He's big goalie, tall, takes up a lot of net. So make it tough on these guys. Just like Otto, he's not going to give him anything easy.
1:24 left in regulation. The 9th all-time matchup between Minot High School and Legacy. These two teams have never tied before. They're a minute 18 away from that happening here tonight on Legacy's home ice at the VFW Sports Center in Bismarck. By the way, hang around for our Shots Crossroads Planning Team Financial Advisors post-game show. Planning Team Financial, whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial can help you every step of the way. It's planningteam.com. And Shots Crossroads, home to the famous number 99. Team buses are always welcome. And try the banana cream pie while you're at Shots Crossroads. You won't be disappointed. Schmeichel to center. Shuffled it off. Tried to get it back over to the far side. Over to Panasuk. Under a minute to play in regulation. Earhart on the near side wing. Right off of Dennis Badeau on the near side. Johnson tried to move it out. Now Schmeichel on the rush. He's got Panasuk with him. Dumped in. Schmeichel works from the far side wall. Tried to go back out front to Panasuk. Now it's flipped off ahead. Deal's going to pinch it out at neutral and work it back in with Morelli here as Mac Morelli skates down. Center slot. Oh, Morelli's hooked up on the play. Minot High wants a call. They won't get it. Panasuk walks down. He fires to the top shelf and scores.
I was just going to say, you need to get anything on net, but you're also, too, you've got to, you can't take, when you end up close in the game like that, sometimes just take a timeout to get the guys a rest. It might not be changing lines up, but you talk about a greasy goal. Sometimes that's the way they are.
Easton Panasuk put it to the top shelf.
That's a backbreaker for Legacy when you've battled all game. But just, you talk about playing your own zone. We talk about it. Mine had some struggles at times. Legacy, these guys are human. They're going to make mistakes. But when you're in doubt, you just got to fire it out of the zone. You can't take chances. It could have been a couple. For the most part, these guys have let them play. The refs let them play. Let these guys decide. That's what you want. But you feel bad for Otto. He's played good game, darn near 30 saves. Sometimes just that puck finds a way. It's 2 or 3 inches wide. It just finds itself. He probably didn't see it. My guess is he didn't see it. Got screened. Tough break when there's 30 seconds left in the game.
Well, does Legacy have some magic here tonight? That's the question, because Panasuk just went to the top shelf to make this a 4-3 hockey game on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. And telling you right now that that's a pretty strong candidate for our move of the game, brought to you by Magic City Home Leisure. Another look at it as Panasuk got it out front, and Panasuk just went upstairs and put it into the back of the net. Well, here we go. Will Legacy pull the goaltender after this draw? I would have to assume that they probably will.
Yeah, what do you got to lose?
Or they just keep him off. That's what they do right now.
Yeah, keep him off. Get the 6th guy out there. You got to win the face-off. At least get it to the wall is what I would do.
Panasuk for Morelli. Another 3-point night here for Mackley Morelli. Here's Deal with it. Tried to fire it from his own line. Tipped. 23 seconds to play in regulation. Got him down, kids. We're at 19 right now as the Sabres work it back into Minot High territory. Down underneath the goal line. Sabres on the rush, in deep. Puck comes out free in front of the net. Spun over to the far side wall. Down to 6 seconds, now 5. One more chance. Magi trying to clear. It's going to be held in by the Sabres. Out to center. Minot high moves to 6-0 on their campaign. They did it in the final 30 seconds of regulation tonight. What a hockey game that ended up being. 4-3 the final on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Matt and I will break it down when we come back to the VFW Sports Center here in Bismarck. Wow. Planning Team Financial Shots Crossroads postgame show comes up next. Tell you how the Magi mustered up their 6th straight win, remaining unbeaten on the season.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.
We want it all. We want our dog to fetch it.
Drop it.
And drop it.
Drop it.
We want to fix it ourselves. And actually fix it. We want to order the market price lobster. And know the market price of the lobster.
How much is... Whatever the market says.
Sadly, we can't have it all. Except at Sport Clips, where we check in with the pros in men's hair and totally check out with pure, uninterrupted relaxation. Sport Clips. It's a game changer.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of Finrun Civic. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
At Shots Crossroads, we make 8 gallons of homemade ranch dressing every day. So you can smother your dinner salad with it, dip those crispy golden French fries in it, and dunk your breaded chicken strips. You can even cover your... Wait, no. You can't put ranch on steak, or can you? Shots Crossroads. Don't forget the ranch.
Maybe into the barn burner column. Could be close. Well, you get a goal of the final 30 seconds of regulation to improve to 6-0. I think it's probably in one of those instant classic type of conversations, at least for the Magi, with how they will rally around a win like that tonight. Welcome into our Planning Team Financial Advisor, Shots Crossroads postgame show. Planning Team Financial, whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team can help you every step of the way. It's Planning Team Financial Advisors bringing you our postgame tonight with Shots Crossroads. Home to the famous number 99. I like it for the banana cream pie. I'm telling you, it's delicious stuff at Shots Crossroads. Nick Holberg, Matt Morelli on the call. Matt, overall, your thoughts? That was a teeter-totter seesaw struggle from time to time in the hockey game, and when it was all said and done, it was a 1-goal difference in the hockey game.
We knew it would be close. I think there were stretches of the game where Minot took it to them, and then there was Legacy would answer and have their shifts where they'd pin Minot in deep in their zone, and Minot had a tough time getting out. So it went back and forth. I think Minot had probably a little bit more grade A chances, but Otto was solid. Keller was equal when he had to answer, and you talk about turnovers and just close plays. It could have gone either way. I think Minot probably was, at times got a few lucky breaks, but Legacy, same thing. They'll be better when they come to Minot. It'll be a better game. They're good. They're well coached. They don't make there's not a lot of undisciplined play by those guys. And same with Minot. Good job of staying out of the penalty box. I mean, that's what you want. You want a good, clean game. The refs let them play. Can't ask for much better.
Yeah, you really can't. It was top to bottom a good game here tonight. We worked backwards in this highlight package. You're going to notice quite a few hits in this hockey game as well here tonight, Matt, as the physicality certainly wasn't lacking in this WDA affair.
No, it was good. I would like to see it. That's the name of the game, is clean hitting. I mean, you want hard-nosed play, and that's what it's all about. And as long as it's clean, the refs are going to let them play. You get the dirty stuff, and that happens sometimes. But all in all, most of the games this year have been pretty solid. There hasn't been anything that's got out of hand or that's stuck in our mind saying, God, that was a dirty play by both teams. It's been pretty clean all in all. Let your skill come through.
How about this play for the Magi? This one was in the chamber for our move of the game, for Magic City Home Leisure's move of the game. That was a power play goal for the Magi to start things off in the second. This is a snipe from Morelli right here to tie the game at 1-1 as well. That was a good one for the Magi also in the hockey game. We'll have that move of the game coming up as we watch these highlights back of this contest. This is a big hit over on the far wall. Hello. Here's the first goal of the game tonight. Let's start with our game rewind and reset, brought to you by DriveRyan.com. Browse our massive inventory online at Ryan Family Dealerships, DriveRyan.com. It was Strom's second of the year from Harrison Johnson that made it 1-0 Legacy in the first. Then Morelli from Deal on the power play for the Magi to tie it at 1. Morelli's 5th goal of the season. 1-1 at the end of one. Shots in the first were 11-6 Minot High School. In the second, shots were 10-6 Minot High School, but it was Strom and Madsen that got goals unassisted for Legacy to take the lead back after Strand got on the board on the power play from Morelli and Deal. Then we saw Rutlick tie the game in the third from Strand, and Morelli set up Panasuk for the game winner tonight. Final score in this hockey game, again, is 4-3. Final shots, 29 shots on goal for Minot High School. 15 on the other side tonight here for the Legacy Sabres, unofficially at the VFW Sports Center. Our MVP of the game brought to you by Sport Clips. Sport Clips, home to the MVP haircut experience. Stop in online at Sport Clips' app or online. Find them in Minot and Bismarck. MVP of tonight's hockey game is Mackley Morelli. Morelli had quite a night tonight. Got the job done for the Magi. Another 4-point night tonight for Mac Morelli. 3-point night tonight for Mackley Morelli. He had a snipe in this hockey game, and telling you, that kid can shoot the puck, and he did here tonight. He is our MVP, brought to you by Sport Clips. Sport Clips, home to the MVP haircut experience. Again, stop in online, the Sport Clips app, or at South Broadway in the Magic City. MVP of tonight's game, Mackley Morelli with the snipe shot. And a big point night tonight for Minot High School. Congratulations, Mac Morelli, our MVP of tonight's contest, brought to you by Sport Clips. Again, the MVP haircut experience in the Magic City and in Bismarck. Sport Clips brings you the MVP. Mac Morelli has that honor here tonight. Our move of the game brought to you by Magic City Home Leisure, right in time for the holiday season. Saunas, spas, pool tables, shuffleboard, you name it, they've got it at Magic City Home Leisure. How do you pick a move of the game tonight with some of those highlights that we had on both sides of the game here tonight? Well, how about the game winner with 29 seconds left of the contest to the top shelf? Easton Panasuk helps the Magi move to 6-0 on the season. The Magicians remain unbeaten inside the WDA as well. They move to 5-0. They're going to have the top spot inside the conference after the win here tonight, ahead of a matchup against Jamestown on Saturday. And it's Easton Panasuk that's got our move of the game. He went to the top shelf. Give Minot High the win here tonight at the VFW Sports Center in Bismarck. Magic City Home Leisure brings you tonight's move of the game. Big thanks to Magic City Home Leisure. Rest of this week's schedule. Busy tomorrow. Big night of hoops in the WDA. Legacies at St. Mary's, boys and girls. Owen Patterson, Chuck Claremont have the call tomorrow at 6 and 7:45. I'll be at Minot High School. Magic City Campus's gymnasium with Tony Mueller will have the call of Bismarck and Minot. Top 5 matchup in boys. Top 5 and ranked in girls high school hoops, or receiving votes, I should say, in girls hoops. Pregame starts tomorrow at 5:30. The Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show for both those matchups. Girls basketball tomorrow. Ned Rose is at Surrey. Corey McIver, Jonas Nelson have the call of that one. Garrison's at Velva on Saturday in boys and girls hoops. And we close out the first half of the season, or before Christmas break, with Jamestown at Minot at 3 o'clock coming up on Saturday. We'll have that call for you. Matt and I will be on the call of that game coming up on Saturday. Big thank you tonight to Logan Hoff, the producer of the show, running our camera here tonight. Big thanks to Matt Morelli on the call. Always a pleasure to get to work with the former University of North Dakota Fighting Sioux Minot High standout. Big thanks to all those sponsors. Frankly, without them, we just wouldn't be here. Big thank you to each and every one of those sponsors. Make sure to patronize those places, would you? That would certainly help our cause here on the PSP Network. And above all, we want to thank all of our military men and women out there, the veterans in active status. God bless you all, especially at holiday time here. God bless our servicemen and women. God bless our veterans. God bless America. Final score for the final time tonight. The Magi from Minot 4. The Legacy Sabres 3. Minot High improves to a 6-0 mark. Overall, 5-0 in the conference. Legacy drops to 4-3-1. 3-2 in the WDA. It was a dogfight, bit of a slobber knocker tonight, and a good one. For my broadcast partner, Matt Morelli, I'm signing off tonight. Nick Holberg saying good night from the VFW Sports Center. We'll see you tomorrow. Whatever you do, have a great night, and God bless.
PSP Network is proudly brought to you by the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.
We want it all. We want our dog to fetch it.
Drop it.
And drop it. We want to fix it ourselves. And actually fix it. We want to order the market price lobster. And know the market price of the lobster.
How much is... Whatever the market says.
Sadly, we can't have it all. Except at Sport Clips, where we check in with the pros in men's hair and totally check out with pure, uninterrupted relaxation. Sport Clips. It's a game changer.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FinRun SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors LLC and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
At Shots Crossroads, we make 8 gallons of homemade ranch dressing every day, so you can smother your dinner salad with it, dip those crispy golden French fries in it, and dunk your breaded chicken strips. You can even cover your... Wait, no. You can't put ranch on steak, or can you? Shots Crossroads. Don't forget the ranch.